Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the premiere episode of the Homebrewers. This is Greg from Hardest Reset here, and we welcome you guys to this first ever YouTube live stream for the Homebrewers. Now, the Homebrewers is our D&D series that has been a project I've been working on with our good friends Kanan, Chrissy, and Suya, as well as Miranda and myself, with a little help from May on the post-production side as well. We thank you guys so much. This episode is pre-recorded. Generally, they will not be pre-recorded. They will be recorded live. We will have live intros, outros, and all that fun stuff. I'm kind of just giving this intro before we jump on into the other intro that I'm about to give right now. We really hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned at the end of the episode to find out when you can expect episode 2 to be live streamed. So until then, we cannot wait to see you guys. We cannot wait for you guys to enjoy Episode 1 of the Homebrewers. So without further ado, we shall begin. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This has been almost a year in the making, but we are finally here. The pilot episode of what we are calling the Homebrewers, our D&D series. I'm very, very excited. This is something that actually started because Kanan, who is in a moment, helped run a very crazy one-off last year for Extra Life, and we really liked it, and we're playing more. So we got a bunch of newbies over here, and then a guy who's been playing for a very long time. So, as always, I'm Greg. That's Mira. Go ahead and say hello.
Hi.
And we got Suya. Go ahead and say hello.
Hello.
And over here at the DM's corner, we have, on the left, we have Kanan. Say hello.
Hello.
And we also have Chrissy. Go ahead and say hello.
Hi.
So Chrissy's going to be helping Kanan out with the DM stuff, and it's going to be really cool. And
I will be the MC and the additional voices.
And the additional voices, absolutely. So I am very excited for what we got going on. Generally, when we go ahead and jump right on into this, we'll just go right on into the campaign itself. But because this is like pilot episode 1, wanted to go right on ahead and also make a quick adjustment. But yeah, wanted to sit there and make sure that I can flip-flop back and forth. Everything looks great. No, wanted to give an introduction of who we all are away from the game, and then turn it on over to Kanan over here. I'm really excited. I don't know about you guys. We've been like, we gotta play, and we are finally here. If you're watching this on Twitch, this episode is pre-recorded. We intend in the future, when we finally figure out a release schedule, we'll go right on ahead and do actual live. But we're recording this at almost 1 a.m. on a Saturday. Well, it's technically Sunday now at this point, but still. We're just recording this one, and you're watching this on Sunday, and it's a lot of fun. So we're really excited. And if you like this, please go ahead and let us know. If you're watching this on YouTube, just let us know. The comments down below. Let us know what you think. Let us know anything you would like to see in the future. Let us know your favorite moments. All that fun stuff. So, getting all that out of the way, I'm going to turn it right on over to Kanan. We are going to jump right on into this campaign that we are currently calling the Dark Horse Rumble. I am very excited. So, Kanan, the floor is yours. Take it away.
So, like you said, this is a year in the making. I am a little rusty at writing things out, and I've completely rewritten scripts and gone over things that may have actually killed them in the first level. So I've scrapped quite a few ideas, but hopefully this one slowly introduces everybody in how things work. I myself included, as I used to play 3.5 and bits of 2nd edition way back in the day. So hopefully we get things right. If we don't, it's a learning process. But as long as we're all having fun and nobody dies in level 1, today.
That would be a really short series, honestly.
Yeah, that's pretty much my job. I'm the MC, which is the Master's Conscience, because
the
Master's to go crazy. So
I like to challenge them. If they can't handle it,
no.
they need to be stronger.
First-time players, that's a little extreme.
That's fine.
It's not like through a dragon, they're wolves.
You were thinking about it.
Doesn't mean
they were wolves. The cleric nearly died.
They were wolves.
Nearly.
But did you die?
But did you die? Did you? Absolutely.
So the way that we're going to run this right now is these guys have done a fantastic job at writing their backstories, to kind of give themselves a little bit of extra character build. And once they've all gone around and told everybody more or less where they're coming from and what's gotten to the point, I will iterate kind of a prequel, if you will, to get them to where they finally mayhap either kill each other or team up. Whatever happens.
Yeah.
Amaryllis is the only child of halfling parents. As a child born and raised in the Dales, she lived a simple and peaceful life with her family, but longed for more. One day, she accompanied her mother to the market in Shadowdale, where she first discovered the temple of Rao, the god of peace and reason. Seeing both the teachings of Rao and what Rao's followers were capable of, it drew Amaryllis to eventually devote herself to this god. Her parents agreed to let her study under the monastery once she was old enough to go. She counted the days excitedly, and once she was ready, Amaryllis made ready to leave for the monastery, along with her fellow devotees. Her compassion being her drive, it became her mission to help those in need. She did her best to comfort and care for the villagers, but found herself alone in doing so, as the other clerics thought it a waste, since they would die soon anyways. She looked to Rao for answers, as she surely thought this could not be right. Met with silence and dissatisfied with the answers Rao's teachings gave to her, Amaryllis began to question her faith. After a week of traveling, they came upon the temple of the goddess Mishakal. Amaryllis, lost and frustrated, decided to stay and listen to the sermon that day, and found herself being drawn to the goddess. Once the teachings were finished, Amaryllis made the decision to sever the tie she had to Rao, and instead chose to devote herself to Mishakal right then and there. She abandoned the symbols of Rao that she had, and donned the symbol of her new god, a blue infinity sign. Amaryllis, now happier with her new path in life, traveled with a new, smaller group of clerics under the teachings of Mishakal. She now ventures with the goal to help all those in need. With a squad of equally enthusiastic new clerics headed by Mazabak folk, a cleric of many years. On a pilgrimage to aid those in need, they happen upon a small village, no more than 30. Many of the miners have been hurt in a recent cave-in. While helping uncover the miners, a tome is found in the rubble and brought to the head cleric, Mazabak, to decipher what it holds. 3 days passed, and now with the miners back on their feet, she heads to the city of Ramadi, which is but a week's journey on foot. Though an easy journey, she found it was proving problematic for cleric Mabazak. Each night he woke screaming. His temper was not that of the kind and gentle man she knew him as. The other clerics did their best to comfort him, but to no avail. At week's end, Amaryllis arrived in Ramadi, a good-sized town filled with all manner of people. Overjoyed to once again feel the warmth of a bath and relax in a soft bed, she soon drifted off to sleep. Late into the night an unease washed over her, waking suddenly to see Mabazak looming over her bed. His normally blue vestments are a damp black, and the smell of blood filled the air. The gentle smile she would look forward to seeing each morn is naught but a maw of foam-filled ivory, his gaze feeling of death itself. With a swing of his sword, Amaryllis rolled narrowly avoiding the slash, so deep it hits the floor below. A dreadful whispering echo calls out, "Glorin Dakra min lastopa!" His sword raised slowly once again, and she saw nothing but murderous intent in his eyes. She thought that surely this could not be her teacher and close friend. It had to be a nightmare, but she could not wake. Again he swung his sword, and having nowhere to dodge, she simply yelled out to him in fear. Inches before he struck her, the blade stayed, rattling in his hand, tears flowing down as if he was himself once more. A faint whisper caught in her ears, "I'm sorry," before turning once more into the aura of a demon. Just as he set his sights on her once more, a brilliant light flooded the room as he posed to strike. Screaming in pain, the sword drops to the ground as he jumped through the window. The light fades, and she sees a large man, mace in hand, bound through the window after him. Sobbing, she looks for survivors among the clerics. All, save one, are dead. A cleric named Lux Fauna, who was able to escape and seek out the paladin. Lux pleads with her to return back, but she feels responsible for not being able to save her mentor and friend. She decides to make it her mission to find out what's happened to him and, if possible, save him before it's too late. It's been 4 months since her ordeal and has learned little. Her only lead is that a large man has been seen on the road to Dothe. Could it be him? Renfis was born without a father in his life. He knew little about his father, other than the fact that he was a full-blooded elf, lived in the High Elven City, and left his mother before he was born. He never knew his actual name, as he took on the surname of his mother's family. Ren was raised by his mother in a small human village outside of the high city area. While not the nicest of places, the village made do. She would raise him as she steadily grew sick, but eventually died shortly after Ren turned 9. Ren was then looked after by the villagers as one of their own. Once he turned 15, he decided to leave his town with aspirations of finding his father, fueled by a rage that had been simmering for years. While looking around for clues and answers, a man would start probing Ren as to why he's asking about his father. This man revealed himself to be a part of the Guild of Thieves, and after having a conversation, he was brought into the guild with hopes of finding out more information about his father. During his time in the guild, he would grow close to a fellow half-elf who had suffered at the hands of the guard Ren's father is a part of. The two would be romantically involved until Ren left the Guild of Thieves suddenly. Leading up to his departure, the Guild of Thieves would start to gain information related to not only Ren's father, but those in the high guard of the elven city he came from. One of the biggest obstacles in finding Ren's father was the fact that no one knew his real name. His father used a number of different names, which makes finding information about him all the more difficult. However, prior to his departure, the guild had a lead on a potential real name for his father. Soon after, Ren received a letter. While unknown to who had sent it, it stated that he knew Ren and his father, and if further actions were done by him, he would lose everything he cared for. Fearing losing all he was so devoted to, he left in the middle of the night, leaving just a letter stating he had to leave out of the safety of everyone close to him, and although he may be gone, he will still continue the work that was being done in any way he can. This did not set well with the guild members, the love of his life taking it the hardest. She felt betrayed, like he threw everything away and showed his true colors as a coward. This hatred never subsided. Ren set out on his own, traveling far and wide to seek out whatever information he could about his father, and whoever sent the letter that threatened all he held dear. He longs to snuff him out, not just out of personal vengeance, but for all those who have suffered at his hand. Ren now lives the nomadic lifestyle, learning what he can, but with each step forward comes 2 steps back. Having to give up his quest for answers to nearly survive, and on the run from would-be assassins, he finds himself a world away from where he began, no closer to the answers he seeks. Feeling defeated, he drowns himself in ale, and awakens on a bumpy cart ride being pulled by an elderly dwarf and his mule. "Ah, well, good morning. You fell asleep in me cart. I tried waking you, but I nearly got a stabber in me eye, so I let you be." With no other plans or a place to go, Ren accompanies the blacksmith, Tolga Beerborn, to Dothe. Once they arrive, Ren decided he would stay in Dothe, as to trouble Tolga no further. The blacksmith bids him a farewell before continuing on. Low on coin and eager to gain new intel, Ren heads to the local tavern. A drunk and his coin are easily parted, but not as easily as their lips. Will he find what he seeks, or will he be left wanting? Suya, who hails from the city of Kuppelheim, is the son of the Duke's right-hand man, Sir Arthur Ravenswood. As a young boy, he lived a quiet life for the most part, but as a teen, the political song and dance is something he could not approve of. Bowing and lying with a smile to others who are in the wrong boiled his blood to no end. Suya always spoke out of turn to superiors and never did what he was told unless he felt just in doing so. At last, his father's best friend, Knight Commander Thorin Stonemane, or as Suya knew him, Uncle Thorin, took Suya under his wing and away from the masked hyenas of the Duke's playground. Under Thorin, Suya soon learned something more important than poems and prose: fighting! The blood rush and excitement of combat. Practicing for years, he learns the ways of nearly every weapon, as well as the power of a politician's tongue, as words can be one's greatest weapon. In his early 20s, he had made his father a proud man, being selected as the newest royal guard, protectors of his lordship, Duke Stroff von Lumen III. One late summer evening, he had been drinking and celebrating well into the night. Not yet completely incapacitated, Suya and his slightly less inebriated uncle decided to call it a night as he helped Suya head back into his quarters, laughing and reminiscing along the way. That same night, Suya was awoken, unsure when he had passed out, to Thorin shaking him. He informed Suya that there is a coup happening, and they must escape. Thorin says sadly as he looked away, "Sir Ravenwood and your mother, they were among the casualties." Shocked and filled with anger, Suya grabs for his sword, but Thorin pulls him. It is lost today, but we will make them pay. Come, do not make me tell you again. Your father's death would be in vain were you to foolishly die here. Suya thinks for a moment and angrily obeys. With luck, the two make their way out of the keep with minimal resistance. But it's not long before they are spotted fleeing. Several men give chase, but they are able to give them the slip and make it back to Thorin's home. He turns to Suya and says, "You must leave now. Soon they will come looking for us." As if summoned by those words, riders approach, soon to be upon them. "Take this. Learn its ways." He hands him a thick tome. "Become strong. Protect those around you. And," pulls him in close for a hug, "be safe." Stepping back now as the riders stop outside, he draws his sword. "Take the horse and head for the hills. Remember to cover your tracks." Suddenly there are several crashes at the door. "I know you want to fight, but get out. Go." Reluctantly, Suya left and rode as far as he could. His heart sinks as he looks back. An orange hue lights up the night sky. The only thing that burns brighter is the rage he feels, not only at his new enemy, but at himself for not stopping it. A year has passed since then, and Suya has become even stronger and is making a name for himself as a mercenary. Traveling, he also collects intel on those that murdered his family. Hired by the city, Suya now heads to Dothe. It appears they need some help handling goblins. Will he be victorious?
So, we're going to start off in the city of Dothe. It's a small village, mostly farming. They're located kind of around, more or less, like an open fielded area, close to the foothill mountains of a larger mountain range. Greg, of course, being already Memphis here, who has just arrived and helped out an elderly dwarf. You also, I guess, treated him in a sense as well.
Yeah.
So
If you're sharing with me, I'm putting in my clothes.
He's
So
putting
yeah,
his thing.
I gotta put on the hood, so there you go.
So, after you've finished helping out this dwarf, you don't really have much else place to go, so you've now decided to do what else? Grab mail.
Of course. Typical on these days, man. Alright, so I am at the tavern.
Yeah, so you just walked in. A lot of the farmers who work the fields have come in to grab a beer at the end of the long day, so it's fairly rowdy. You can definitely smell the must and
Right.
dirt from their bodies and clothes and whatnot. But yeah, it's pretty crowded in there. Looks like just about the whole village.
Just about the whole village.
Save the women.
Is there any sort of secluded? I say secluded. Is there any sort of like the one spot in the corner or somewhere?
It's taken.
Of course it's
Yeah,
taken.
it's taken. There's a guy sitting there, and
So basically, it's like the one spot is like in the middle of everybody at the center of the bar, or you just don't drink there.
yeah,
That's
it's
what
It's counter space or standing space.
Counter space or standing space. Okay, all right. So if there's a spot that's open on the counter, I'll just walk up and not sit down and ask for an ale, and I'll just see if I can find some standing space.
You do find some standing space.
course.
It's close to the wall.
Yeah.
Bartender hands you over a beer. That'll be a copper.
Alrighty, so obviously give him one copper. I'll knock that off. Lost my first amount of money in the game. Yeah, I'll go ahead and so I give him the copper, and then I just find a
So
space
he's
standing up.
standing there drinking your beer. Alright. Mira. So, finally, you've arrived at the city of Dothe. Again, it's a very small farming village. From what you can see, it kind of strikes you as odd that you would find this man you've been searching for in such a small, secluded, village. But you figure there's a purpose, so you need to start asking people, where is this man? Have you seen him? Has he walked in? The village is basically deserted, all save the very rowdy pub that's at the entrance of the town. There's a few women walking through the streets, but more or less that's where people are.
I guess I'll go in the tavern.
You want to go in the tavern? Alright, so you enter the tavern. It's definitely rowdy. There's tons of villagers there. The smell of must and dirt fills the air once again. You were just taken aback by how crowded this small tavern is, but everyone seems fairly lively. As you look around the room, you do notice that there is a fairly large man sitting at the corner of the tavern there. His back is turned to you, but he seems fairly well fitted and really out of place with all the farmers, since he has a giant sword leaning against the wall.
Can I tell if he's just like, if he's saying anything to
Looks like he's just in, kind of relaxing. He's a very large man, though. You can definitely tell that.
Very large man. So even by her standards, a very large
Yeah,
man.
this guy is a giant.
I guess. Am I able to like just get a thing of water and just kind of get closer to him and just observe?
You just want to grab the water from the bartender?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, alright, little one. Gives you a weird look, just like, what the hell's this kid doing in here? So he gives you a cup of water, and there you go. He kind of looks around, trying to find like where your parents are. Yeah, don't get lost.
Just like, I get that a lot.
I get that a lot. Rip.
I'll just get closer to the person and see if, like, just kind of watch him, I guess.
Okay,
See
so
if he
you're
talks
just
to
kind of
anybody.
observing him for right now?
Yeah.
Alright. And you guys feel free to interact at any time too. I know the sessions did in the past, it was kind of like a one hit.
Yeah.
I want it's just going to be a free
Oh,
thing as long as we're not
Stepping over each other.
stepping over each other. You know, that you can definitely interject with things.
If that's the case, when I found my standing room and she eventually walks in, do I take notice of her walking in? Especially because she also seems very out of...
You do notice that a small halfling has wandered into the tavern. Again, this seems kind of odd because she's very well dressed for a bunch of farming villagers.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently sitting in a tavern, just enjoying the beer. You've been on the road for a while. You've been doing some mercenary work, so you finally found this small place to finally relax and take a breather after your last job.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on her, who's
What's the city
keep an eye
called?
on.
Dothe.
Dothe.
And
Okay.
that's the other question I had. Did I take note of him at all when I walked in, or was I just too focused getting my drink first?
You were kind of focused on a drink. You're just like...
Yeah, I was like, I need a drink.
You've been dodging assassins and trying to not get people killed
That's what
by
I figured.
asking
Okay.
questions.
Yeah. Well, now that I'm starting to pay attention to the halfling, can I survey and see if I find him in any way, shape, or form?
He definitely stands out as you observe the room. He's got his sword pressed up against the corner of the room as he sits on the table.
Right. Okay.
He's kind of set to the side, not quite for the full back to the room, but kind of to the side. But you can't really make out a face or anything like that.
Given the way that things have been for me this last year, is there any wall space? Like if I could just put my back against the wall somewhere or anything
You're
like that?
currently at the corner, and then there's the doorway, so you're kind of wedged right.
Oh, kind
to
of
the
wedged
door.
right in there. Okay, so I'm gonna lean there, and I'll put my hand on my hip, where one of my daggers is. I'm not unsheathing it or anything. I have my hand on there just because these people look unfamiliar to what I've been dealing with lately, and at any sign of anything, I'm just going to. I just want to be, cautious.
Wait, so where are you standing?
So I think so. So we have, if you want to draw it out, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and draw that out so that we know where we're looking.
It's arts and crafts.
It is arts and crafts time. Yeah, because.
it's grass time.
Cool.
Okay, so real basic structure. It's pretty square.
Okay.
Yeah. So right here is the door, and then there's
We could put our portraits.
Hey,
Oh,
We
yeah.
could,
Oh, we
yeah.
could. There we go.
There's
Genius.
kind of like a counter here, and then there's a window right here,
Okay.
and we call this a fireplace.
Okay.
And currently there's, let's see, there's one table right here where the large man is at,
Mm-hmm.
and then
So you're over there.
smaller
Is
round
that
table.
me?
That is you.
Okay, I'll just put myself there.
And there's 3 other tables here, and of course the room is
Okay.
standing room only, pretty much, because
Mhm.
the entire village is.
Now, did you say I was in the crick of the door? So where
Yeah. So you are currently. I'll put.
You're at the
put an
corner
R
by the
right
door.
here. This is.
Oh,
this.
Just put
Okay, so I'll put
your-
my dude. So my dude's right there.
Yeah.
So just kind of in the corner. Just
Okay.
I'm just watching. Like I said, I have my hand on my belt. I'm not unsheathing anything yet. I'm being overly cautious just
And
because.
where were you?
I think I said I moved closer to you or something to just kind of.
Suddenly, the.
So am I, like, right
You guys
there?
hear a very
Yeah.
loud
Okay.
scream
Just go
coming
there.
from outside,
Oh, boy.
and just then someone bursts through the door, bleeding profusely. Bolt is sticking straight through his leg. It drops down on the floor. Or several other villagers come in. James, what the hell happened to you? And he's just like, ah, and then he dies. You hear a bunch of commotion coming from outside. It sounds like kind of feral growling is pretty
Is
prevalent here.
Is the door open? I know
The
the
door
guy-
is very much open.
guy-
So you basically just see everything.
Can
You're
I-
closest.
So I saw that whole thing happen in the corner.
Yeah, he just kind of like bursts in, like bleeding, and then flops to the ground and dies.
Am I able to, like, if the door's open, try to peek, like, around the door? Not, like, go out and look, but kind of peek around the door just to
So
see if I
where
can
the
see
tavern
anything.
is, there's a general store right in front of
Okay.
where it's at. So your view from anything other than that store.
So you'd have to go
is
through. You have to go through the general store, or go out the general
or
store.
around it.
Go around the general store. Okay, so so there would be a lot of walking in order to get through. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. All right. I'm just my hand is clutching tighter to the belt, waiting to see what.
Several villagers are now running outside of the tavern to figure out what's
They're
going on.
running outside of the tavern.
I just looked through the window. Like,
You see a lot of people exiting. Again, you see mostly just that general store that's kind of blocking your view right there. But a lot of villagers are starting to run towards what appears to be the direction that this person would have been coming
Yeah.
from.
Coming from. Right. Well, I mean, people were leaving. My curiosity is piqued. It doesn't take much to pique my curiosity. I also want to make sure no one's trying to come after me either. So I'm going to make my way out of there, and kind of just try my best to blend in with the people coming out, but at the same time see if I can see anything as I leave the tavern.
So as you exit, you go.
Yeah,
south
so
around
I'll
I'll be outside. So there you go.
You're going to, or
Are you going
I don't
somewhere?
care right now.
alright. So as you exit, you turn around from the general store there. It kind of opens up into what looks like more of a residential area. There's kind of like a field, and then there's some houses, and then a lot of farmland. Through that farmland, you see several torches kind of darting about in the evening kind of air, like the sky. So it's kind of not quite dark, but it's that dark dusk
Right. Okay.
sort of setting.
That makes
So
sense.
it's kind of low to the ground, several torches. You see people running from their homes. You see kind of shadows inside the homes where they're illuminated by candlelight. You see kind of things being thrown about through some of these windows, but not entirely a whole setting. So like there's a house, a house a bit off to the left. You see kind of a commotion inside there, and then several small torches
Okay.
scampering around the open farm fields.
I don't want to go straight to the house yet. I do want to ask around to see if anybody knows what's going on.
As you try and grab anybody, they're more or less push you away because they don't know you.
Right.
Get out of the way!
Alright, well, I guess I have no choice. I'm going to make my way towards where the commotion's going. And
Go ahead and and roll for a spot. See what you see.
Just roll d20. Do I need to add anything, or just a straight d20?
Your perception.
Perception? Perception. Okay, cool. Ooh, 17.
17 on perception. It's a spot, so plus.
No, I rolled a 15, and then plus 2 is 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the small torches, or the torches that you see in the candlelight, or the torchlight, you notice that are goblins. There are multiple goblins running throughout the field, in and out of the homes in the area, kind of ransacking. You see some of them, like, just with sacks on their back, running back into the woods. It looks like there are 2 militiamen trying to fight a kind of a grip of them off.
Okay.
One of them takes a sword pretty hard in the chest.
Oh.
And dies.
To a goblin. Damn. Okay.
I hate goblins.
Ew, I don't like them. No, okay, so I see the guy go down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've taken note of it, especially at least of the guy with the sword. And
So you're going back?
I'm going to go back to the tavern. I'm going to go through the door, and I'm going to turn towards the man with the sword, and then the halfling woman that seems close enough to him, and say, hey, I don't know if you guys know, I mean, obviously you guys don't, there's some goblins that are really fucking up some farmers at a house. Don't know if you guys want to try to help knock some of these guys out. I don't know why these goblins are getting the best of these guys, but...
Goblins!
Yes.
The bartender reaches under his counter and grabs a rusty old axe and runs out the door. These little bastards have been stealing our food for too long.
So I guess there's been a goblin problem here.
I just get the sword, just walk out, and like kind of shove him out the way and just go to that direction.
Alright.
So,
I look at the halfling woman as he leaves, and I'm like, I don't know if you want to join, but I guess the fun's outside. And I follow where he's going.
I guess I'm just gonna follow. Everyone left already.
You're like, well, shit.
Alright, need my help.
People need my help.
I didn't even get to ask. Everyone left.
I like to imagine your character just standing there in an empty tavern, like, of course.
here we go again.
Yeah. Shit's about to get weird. Okay, so now we are outside, and we're heading back to the house where all the goblins.
So there's definitely still quite a few goblins. The villager more or less started to chase them into the woods.
Okay.
But you guys definitely still see lots of goblins inside homes. There are women and children running from them back towards you and heading into the tavern now.
Do I know how many goblins there are?
From the roll that you did, it looks like there's about 10 goblins in the field that you saw.
10 fucking goblins. As I'm noticing that, and I'm realizing that there's that much, I'm just... not to anyone in particular, I'm just like, that's a lot of fucking goblins. That's a lot of goblins.
So there's goblins in the house.
There's goblins in the house, there's goblins in the field.
Do I see the goblins in the house, or I just know that there's goblins in the...
Are we outside the house or inside?
We're outside the house,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, we're outside, yeah.
So
We're just seeing this happen,
yeah,
right?
you're just kind of seeing these guys run around.
Okay, so I'll go inside the house.
So you just march into that house.
Yeah.
All right. So you run into that house. There's a woman kind of huddled in the corner, and as 3 goblins are ransacking her house, pulling apart her bed, rummaging through drawers, grabbing what food they can find and shoving in the drawer. One
So
of
they
them
don't haven't noticed them yet?
They haven't taken notice of you yet. They're just kind of like busy with their own thing.
Okay, I'm gonna use a hand axe.
Oh, shit. Okay, here. Oh, you go ahead.
Oh man.
Yeah, go right on ahead. Damn, shit's kicking off already. Starting off with some goddamn goblins. That's great. Alright, so
I probably should have bookmarked my spells.
I'm just gonna assume that, you know, you're going that way, but because we're trying to find a commotion, we're all kind of generally going in the similar direction.
Oh, so you're like right behind me, kind of?
I don't know if I'm right behind you, but I'm like,
Close
you're going
enough.
into the house, and like I'm outside the house, is
Okay.
what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because maybe it's like, we're all trying to get our bearings, because I'm trying to figure out, okay, where am I going to go? Where are you going to go? So that's the home.
So this is the home here.
Okay.
You've got, I'll say the woman is right here. It looks like there's a bed right here. There's chest of drawers here. And kind of like the counter space right here where there's also kind of a cook pot.
Right.
And then we've got goblin here.
Okay.
A goblin is kind of over here keeping an eye on the woman who's kind of, he's also kind of ransacking the pantry. Oh, I didn't put a pantry there. It's kind of like another pantry right here.
Okay.
And then there's another one over here as well.
Okay, so that's what that looks like. So I'm like kind of outside here. And then where are you at?
You said you're outside?
I'm outside the door. Like, I'm kind of like, I'll just kind of set it like this. I'm kind of like, he's going in the door. I'm like kind of like.
We're looking at the field right now. So
I'm kind of looking at the field, but I'm still in front of the house.
Right.
I don't think at this point yet I've fully turned my attention to the house.
Oh, I don't know. I'm inside the house. I can't really.
Yeah.
Because that was just my first reaction. If I knew there were some goblins, I just went inside.
Well, that's your movement. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's not like.
I can go back and take
Yeah.
another. Yeah.
So, I mean,
No, it's like.
So you're inside currently.
Yeah.
So you still have 2 actions if you want to make any actions, or if you want to kind of hold off and see what they do.
No, I don't have time. I don't hesitate to throw the hand axe at this one right now.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay.
There we go. First attack roll of the game.
20.
Oh!
Shit! All right.
That peaked the audio.
Oh, fuck.
You, without even hesitation, just I don't even have to roll for that, man. You just cleave this guy straight into
This
the
one?
back
Yeah,
of the
that one.
head. That with so much force,
Well,
it
I
like just basically
That was great.
like just bisects his skull.
Do I hear any of this happening?
You hear a loud crack.
I immediately.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Alright, so I immediately turn to the direction of the sound, and do I see him like post throw, or is he like fully inside and I have to go inside? Like
You have to go inside to see this.
Okay, well I'm gonna be heading. Well, whenever he's done, I'm gonna be heading in that direction.
Well,
Okay, so.
You got one more action. So
Yeah.
that's on you.
you got a bonus action, so you can draw a sword or step out of the house. Kind of.
Well, I mean, I go after this goblin right here.
So you turn to face that one?
Yeah. Because after I killed that one, I guess, what happens with the other two?
Okay.
I mean,
So it's a sudden death of their team. They kind of look around surprised, and they one pulls up his morning star and starts running after you,
okay.
which will be this one here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to go ahead and try and take a swing at you with his morning star.
Oh, how dare.
What do I roll?
You don't roll anything. You gotta see what your AC is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he misses.
What was the number? What was
He rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5. Yeah, so we don't have to look at your armor class. You know you have an armor class that's higher.
What if he had an AC that was like 2?
Oh. I wouldn't want to
trip?
be
Somehow it ends up hitting me instead.
Fuck.
Would you have made
So he
fortunes?
takes a swing, kind of surprised. He just kind of like slams it on the ground. And the other one that, well, he's dead now.
Yeah. No.
Wait,
this one
no,
died.
no, no.
Oh,
I already
yeah,
erased.
yeah,
I already
yeah,
erased
sure,
the one.
That
Yeah.
one's dead.
That.
There's
That
still
one
2
turns
more.
around.
There are
He's
two
also going
left,
to
yeah.
come after you
Okay.
with his morning star as well. He basically trips over his own feet out the door. Misses you completely.
Okay.
These
Wait, did
guys
he go
are
out the
either
door?
intoxicated or just really, really
So he's
bad
tripped.
at
So
attacking.
where is he
Did
at
he
now?
trip
So
out the
now
door?
he's outside of the house, actually.
Okay.
Okay, so that's.
Okay, so.
I'll say this is not traditional combat, but I'm very excited for this. Okay, so
Well, okay.
that happens, right?
So he just moved outside.
So he's
He's a
outside.
trip. You see him both like tripping outside.
So I'm assuming as I'm running into the house, I see this
goblins
goblin
kinda like
trip out.
run outside and just like plop on the ground with mace in hand.
Okay, then I'm going to attack that goblin then.
Okay.
I'm going to attack him. It's going to be the action bonus action. I'm going to try to get him with it. Has he fallen down or is he still standing?
He's still standing. He's
Okay.
just kind of like.
Well, I want to do a slash with my right dagger, and then since I got the dual wielder, I'm going to try to do another slash with the other dagger.
Okay.
So I'll roll the first one. First one. Oh yeah, that doesn't matter at all.
Well, what's your attack modifier?
Attack modifier is. So that's initiative bonus. Attack modifier.
It's still
How do you determine that?
the
That would be
dexterity,
your-
no?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that would be dexterity for you since you're rogue.
Dexterity. That's an 8.
Okay, so
Wait, is that your
kind
modifier?
of confused with what you've just seen. And you grab your dagger and you just kind of like jab it like right by his head. So it just woof,
It just
like
misses. Okay, but then for the bonus action, I'm going to try to go with the other hand.
The left, yeah.
And God damn it, that's a 10.
That's a 10.
That's a 10.
Okay.
Does 10 hit or no?
So
I just had a
presumably
wasted
with
turn.
The first one, you should go in for another swipe, and he just kind of like puts his mace in front of it, and just kind of deflects off of the head, and it kind of gives you a.
Okay. Well, do I have any movement left at all, or?
Yeah. So
Okay.
that was
So when he blocks, I'm just going to like jump back, just to, like a square, so that way there's a little bit of distance. But like if I want to jump in for another attack, eventually, so I can jump in for another attack.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So noticing the commotion that's going on, several other goblins from the field are now encroaching in from behind.
God damn it.
Behind us or behind the house?
Behind these two. Because
Okay.
you're still more or less like over by the general store.
I'm
kind of
still like outside.
what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Alright, so with the first one, he's gonna throw a javelin at you since you're outside.
At me. How many? Okay. So,
Okay, 14, 22. Yeah, so that's plus 4. Okay, so that's 18.
armor class of 17. He hits.
Alright.
Could this be a TPK?
No, don't.
So you take by surprise you take a full javelin straight to the side.
Ouch!
So you take 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh, man.
As this javelin sticks straight into you.
Oh gosh. We are going to die.
Yeah. I'm already. Damn. That's,
My AC is even lower than that.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
Beat my AC by just 1.
Another goblin is also going to take another javelin attack in
Okay.
your direction.
Jesus.
I should have ran into that.
Oh no.
What did you just do to me?
Did you actually kill him?
Alright, so that's a 22 to hit.
Oh my god.
Natural 20.
I'm just gonna say that I'm unconscious at this point.
No, no.
Well, hang on. So
He's got
that's
to roll.
I hope he rolls a 1.
3.
3 with
Ooh.
javelin is times 2. So it's 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay, 6 points of piercing damage. Is there any additional
so
damage? 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh man.
I'm still alive.
Whoa.
Barely.
How?
And boom, straight into your side.
Oh, fuck.
You're kind of like
Where are you
taken
at?
aback.
Where are you
You're
at?
just like, what the?
I'm at a 2. I'm at 2 HP right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, you're going to kill me in the first fucking episode. Thank you.
The other ones
I'm
are now
nearby,
running
at
up.
least.
They're still a little bit ways off, so they've got their morning stars ready and they're running towards the house.
Okay. Well, who's...
Amaryllis, you've been really quiet over here.
I'm not looking pretty.
I mean, I don't get it. So when do I get to kill this guy? Because he missed.
You're like,
how
I
are we
want
doing the turns? Like, is it her?
We should be rolling for initiative.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there should have been
We
an
didn't roll for
initiative.
initiative,
Yeah.
so that's okay.
That was my bad.
That's okay, so...
Yeah, go ahead and start rolling for initiative.
Alright, so we'll roll for initiative round then? Well, is she gonna get one round and then we'll roll for the initiative then, or what do we want to do?
Yeah, go ahead and we'll have Amarillis do a round.
Do
and
your
then we'll roll
round.
initiative.
I'm looking at one of my
Okay.
things.
You took out 16 of my 18 HP in one turn. As soon as he took that deep breath, I'm like, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. Of course, man. The one with the most thought out shit is gonna die in the first fucking episode. There you go.
What do we roll for initiative? Is it 20?
You're a cleric, right?
Yeah.
Save me.
Yeah, but
No,
should-
you don't know.
should-
You don't know me though.
Yeah, but it's like, do I heal you though, or do I attack the goblin?
Don't clerics help whoever.
Where'd my die go? No, come back.
I don't know. It's
So roll a d20 for initiative, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
8 plus 2, so I roll a 10.
roll a 10 for initiative.
So I just roll
My
for-
initiative is.
Oh my god! It's a 2.
Oh. What's
2
your
plus what?
What's your initiative?
My initiative is 0, so
Oh,
it's just straight 2.
Alright, so my initiative bonus
I'm
is
gonna
a
die.
My initiative bonus is a +4. 18 is my initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I able to maybe cast a spell right here?
You know, you can either cast a spell or. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not looking too good. But you also don't know me, so it's your call. You can choose
Yeah,
what you
because
want to do.
I have protection from evil and good.
Uh,
So I can... And it lasts for 10 minutes as long as I concentrate.
Yeah.
Or I have guiding bolt. So do I attack the goblin, or do I run you and try and shield, I guess?
It's ultimately your call.
Don't let an indecisive person play.
Honestly, at this point, I accept death already. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Never forget, man.
Okay, so who goes first?
Okay.
Not me, that's
So-
for sure.
Well, I will make it your turn.
You do
Just
have a
both
turn,
of them are
though.
gone, so you do
Okay.
Yeah,
you have a turn. You can choose to kind of withhold your turn until later. But right now it's currently your turn.
I need to bookmark my spells next
You
time.
should have bookmarked your
I'm
spells.
sorry.
Just saying. All I can do is do the stabby stab and the stabby thing.
You have anything to like
Can
hide
I,
presence
Can I run over to him and cast Cure Wounds?
after
You
the...
can.
Okay.
Okay. Whoa, I'm getting some cure wounds!
Okay.
Okay, so she runs
So it's a
right.
creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
So
So
one,
it's +3.
Hmm?
So 1d8 +3.
I think.
if you roll a 1, I'm gonna, I mean, you
I
can't-
mean, you still get some HP.
I still get something.
I don't. Wait. Spellcasting ability, right?
Spell modifier is your wisdom check, no?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
so
this
go
is
ahead and roll the d8 then.
D8 and then add +3 to that.
This is a d8, right?
Yes, the diamond looking thing. Alrighty.
You have a 5.
5 plus 3.
Yes.
So that's
7
8.
or 8. Yeah, I can't
That's
math.
8. And then I already had 2, so I have 10. I'm back up to 10
Warm glow
HP.
fills you as the wounds start closing back up around.
I look back at you. I'm like, fuck, I owe you a drink or something. and I put my hand on you or on your shoulder. I'm like, thank you.
The goblin in front of you looks rather pissed.
We have this awesome moment. And it's like, oh. God damn.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't like him.
So,
I don't like goblins.
So this one has a
my
disadvantage because you missed now.
yeah, so he's kind of like, he's just kind of like, not even giving two shits. He's kind
So
of.
I just raise my greatsword and just gonna just
Cleveland.
cleave him.
All right, go ahead and roll d20.
All right. My modifier is what again?
You have +5.
Damn,
That's
that's plus
the hit, right?
5.
Ooh.
Plus 5 to hit.
This dude maxed out strength. This is what.
Yeah, that's
This is a
24.
Natural 19.
And then I have great weapon
Yeah, so
master.
you basically just
You don't have to roll for
Really,
damage.
you cleave this goblin in half. He just kind of like looks up at you.
Okay, so
and
erase that one.
Okay, and then with my great weapon mastery, if I roll a crit, or if my attack killed the creature, or reduce its HP to 0, I get another attack. So I quickly just lift that sword and just turn it behind me as I know this one's laying behind me. I just turn it around like that.
Roll again.
Holy shit! If you get another crit,
No.
So
Plus
it's
five? +5,
+5, so it's
13.
Yeah, 13.
13.
All right. Just
Makes sense. Because I'm
barely.
like,
He's just barely out of reach of your sword as your sword kind of like cleaves the shirt off of the goblin.
Oh.
And he's just like, ah!
I just look at that goblin. I'm just like, God damn it.
after my attack, I can still move, or
Is that his
or that just
whole
counts
action?
as an
Or?
I think that counts
That's-
as a bonus action.
That's the bonus action. Yeah.
And then,
oh no.
No,
Okay, so
yeah,
like-
you killed an enemy, so that means you got a second to attack, right?
Yeah, yeah.
and then you
So
still
when
have
he's,
one
you
action.
still have a bonus action, right?
Yeah, so he still has his bonus.
Bonus action and movement. Yeah, there you go.
So what could I do with bonus action?
You can walk close.
You could like turn yourself around. You could.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
like-
yeah, I'll just get into position then. But at the same time, can I pick up my hand axe?
Yeah, you can run over and pick up your hand axe as a bonus action.
Yeah. So
There
I
you
pick
go.
it up.
And then you position yourself.
Position
where you
myself.
are. There you go.
You can pluck it out of the wall.
Yeah.
Alright, so with a thunderous roar, you guys start hearing and like just the villagers started coming back from the woods after chasing up the other goblins. So a good grip of the 10 that were behind you kind of start running off into the woods.
So they're going. So the ones that are coming after us are going after.
Yeah, so it's just
those.
it looks like there's just about 3 goblins left.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Where
cool.
are they at? The 3 that are left.
Yeah, I should probably put.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and
Yeah, I feel like here, since I feel like we got the house, because none of them are in there, so just have like the front of the house maybe where he's at,
Oh,
and then where the
the
goblins
woman is still in there too, isn't she?
are. Well, yeah, she is, but
But she's
we're,
safe now.
we're taking care of the goblins right
yeah,
now.
the woman's
yeah.
just kind of like.
Woman's like, what's going on?
With
Somebody
goblin
needs
blood
to
all over
Just say she's passed out from fear.
her. Okay.
Okay. I was
Okay,
like,
so there's
someone
the
needs to
house,
check on
And
her.
then there's kind of like the general store right here.
Right. Okay.
And then there's another
You
house
saved me. Holy
out
shit.
here.
The one time.
And there's another one over on this side. So where you guys are at right now, I'll say that this is.
Well, you don't have to write. Just put the portrait.
We'll put our
Alright,
portraits in.
so-
Or you could just put the letter of our names there.
That's
too.
true. Yeah.
Yeah,
If,
so-
if you're doing
Because
it at a
this
different
might be a little
scale,
too
yeah.
big.
Yeah. If you're doing it at a different scale, then yeah, absolutely.
For right now, I'm
So
gonna have
R-A-N-T.
Renfus and trying to remember how to pronounce your character's name.
Amaryllis.
Amaryllis. There we go.
Amaryllis.
Right here.
The goblin's still outside the door, right?
Goblin's still here. What about the other two?
Goblin.
no,
said
so
there
the one I
were-
said. So, but then Suya is
There's
like
the one at
right outside the.
There's the
right
one outside the
inside,
door,
right?
and then he said there are 3 more that showed up.
Okay.
So there are
The-
4
the-
in total.
Think of it as I'm a realist.
I'm a realist.
Well,
I'm
It's
a
free
realist.
what are the other
estate.
goblins that threw javelins? I think they run with the others.
So
We'll find out in the hell of
Okay.
it, won't we?
there's Goblin.
when
Yeah.
I'm dead and impaled by.
And then there's the Goblin here.
Oh, so they're like.
They're coming
And,
in.
yeah, and the Goblin here.
Okay.
The other ones have kind of fled back off and going towards the woods on the other side.
Okay.
So there's encroaching for the woods. They're getting scared off with the loud noise. So the next move is going to be this goblin right here. He's the closest one. He picks up another one of his javelins and hurls it at Suya through the door.
At Suya, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I thought Suya was in the house.
20.
That's a natural 20 against you. You're rolling really good
Yeah, but
tonight.
his AC
Holy
is
shit.
probably high.
Yeah, but it's a nat 20.
Oh,
But I have
That's true.
obstacle in front of me, so
Yeah, because he's still in the
I'm
house.
still in the house technically.
Would that be at
Oh,
disadvantage?
yeah, I'm sorry.
You mean at me or at Renfus?
I mean, he
I'm
could
not-
try at me, but I mean, he gets a disadvantage.
Yeah,
or
I'm still
something.
gonna make it at Suya even though he's got a disadvantage for that other goblin being in the way.
So he hits the goblin instead.
Yeah, that's a 3. So, barely missing the other goblin, his javelin kind of pegs right into the wall, right between Renfist and this goblin. And
When that thing hits in front of me, I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Not another one.
Oh.
God damn.
Alright, and let's see.
So did he take that one out?
And then the other goblin is gonna run up to you guys and take a swing at you, because it's kind of pissed that you healed him.
So move it closer.
Where's he moving
Where's
to?
the red marker?
There you go. Pissed off at.
So
So
he's
we're
right
gonna be
here.
right here, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So he goes to attack Amaryllis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be fun. 11. What's your AC?
12.
Ooh, just missed.
So you,
Oh.
out of the way of this goblin's attack,
Nice.
This is
Alright, who's next?
Cries.
that would give it to...
I'm at the bottom of the
Gives back
initiative,
to you.
so.
To Renfis. Cool. Alrighty. So I see this goblin go after the halfling who just helped me kind of heal a little bit. And I ain't having that shit. But before I get to the goblin, can I just look at the door, and then I want to point at you, and then point at the javelin and go, I think that was for you. Thank God it didn't hit you. And then I turn around, and I want to do my 2 daggers at the goblin who had tried to attack Amaryllis.
Okay.
Alright, roll. So first dagger is natural 19
So that's pretty high.
plus 4.
That's 23.
That's 23 to hit.
Okay.
Damn. That's
Go
just
ahead and
one
roll
dagger.
for damage.
Roll for damage. Alrighty.
That's just one dagger.
There it-
Yeah, that's just one dagger, right?
That's
Or is
just-
it kind of
that's-
2 daggers?
That's just the first
Just the
dagger.
first
Oh, nice.
That is a 3 plus 4. That is 7 damage.
Yay.
And I think 19 is crit, right?
19 is 19 a crit. I thought for rogue it was just straight 20.
Wait, does a
I think for
modifier
anyone
add
it's
to that
straight
or no?
20.
That's just
No,
for
No, you have
the
to like your
You
natural.
have to roll
Yeah,
a
it's a
20.
natural.
Oh, okay.
Or do you want to do 19 as also technically?
I'm just trying to remember if it was.
Oh wait, hold on. Was there God, I don't know. Well, it's probably sneak attack's probably higher level. Anyway, never mind. Oh yeah, no, I have sneak attack. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to a creature when you hit it with attack with a finesse or ranged weapon.
Would this count as sneak attack though?
No, because he's
Since he
very
sees
aware
you?
of you.
Okay.
Even if he's distracted going after Amaryllis, or okay, no.
Was he
right,
looking at me though?
He's
or-
you know what? He does have a point. Like
He's
we're
very-
both right next to each
Like
other.
he's aware of you guys.
It's not.
If he
it's-
sees
it's-
me, he
it's
sees
not,
you.
It's not
Yeah.
like I'm around the corner and he went after you, and then I jumped out and got him.
Okay.
Yeah, if he
Yeah.
sees
So,
me,
yeah,
he
so-
sees you.
So what was that, 7 damage?
7 damage on the first hit.
Alright, so you plunge the dagger deep into his side and he lets out a but he's looking, he kind of tries to pick up his Morningstar again, and he's not quite getting it off of the ground.
Okay.
And you strike with the next one.
Strike with the next one. Next one is 14
19.
plus 4
18.
is 18.
So you plunge your other dagger straight into him and just kind of lets out a little as you kind of
Pull it out, and then I look, and I'm all, that's more like it. And then I spin, for cool effect, I spin my daggers, and shit. I don't know if I want to move yet. So this one's dead, right?
Yeah.
That one's dead. Alright, cool. So that
one in
one.
the front of the door kind of looks at you guys,
Right.
looks down at his friend, and starts booking it.
Oh boy. Alright.
So he's trying to run
He's
right
trying
now?
to run.
Oh, is it his turn though?
Is it my turn or is it
Or
his
who's
turn?
Oh yeah, it's his turn, huh? And then it's
It's that.
So he's trying to run.
Yeah, because she has a initiative 2. The other guy.
So where is he? How far does he run?
Is he running that way or is he running the other way?
Am I able to have like a quick
Because he was right
action
here.
since I
So
have
where
a
does he?
bow?
Where do you want
He's
him?
booking it towards the woods, just.
So he just fled.
Yeah,
He's
so,
fleeing. Okay.
Well, that sucks.
You're like, I want to kill more goblins.
Damn.
and he also has an ability called Nimble Escape. So he
Oh
he
yeah, they're
Oh,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
just
he's
looking
gone.
at
Yeah.
fucking goblins.
He's
Jesus.
gone.
Okay, so he's gone. Okay. So now
I mean,
it's
he's booking it.
yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah. So now it's her turn, right?
So now it's your turn.
All right, Amaryllis, it is your turn.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So where is that other goblin? Where are you looking for?
So
Well, he's left. He just left.
Well,
he's
in
pretty much
relation to where he was, he's probably about here.
Damn.
gone.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
so
he's hella gone.
he's
Another goblin trick.
Is there like?
So that's 5, 6, 25. He's about 30 feet away.
well. What about the second
What about
goblin?
the second goblin?
Because the second goblin. Because
The one that threw a javelin.
Did we kill
So
him?
there was one here, and then there was one
Yeah,
here.
there was 2, and then one in the door. So you guys killed that one, and then the last one is
No, there was.
No,
so
there was-
there were
you said the one.
There were three goblins.
Yeah.
There was one goblin here,
Which
one
died.
goblin here, and then one goblin here.
Yeah.
This one's dead. This one's fled. The third one's still right here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for keeping.
Yeah, I don't want to jip you of goblins trying to kill us. So,
Okay, so
there you go.
So it's your turn.
So the goblin is right here.
Yeah.
Oh man, you gonna do some cool shit?
I'm trying to.
Trying to figure out what you want to do.
I'm also trying to figure out like how far I'm able
I
to
just
reach
like
it.
the idea that like Renfis goes in, he misses his first 2 attacks, almost dies. This savior of a halfling rolls up, heals me, and then I just slaughter this fucking goblin, and the one I was trying to kill is just cooking it.
Am I able to try and do a guiding bolt on it?
On which one? On which one?
What's the range on that?
120 feet.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
On which one?
What's the damage on it?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So a guiding bolt on the one
The
that's
target
flaming?
No,
takes
this
4d6 radiant damage on a hit.
So you gotta roll for a hit and then do 46 radiant damage?
I'm assuming.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So roll for a ranged attack.
Is that just on 20?
Yeah.
D20 goes. Okay, so which one are you hitting? Are you hitting this one or that one?
Is it able to reach both?
Because
Is it in that line?
Yeah. So this one's about 30 feet away, and then this one looks like it's pretty much in your way. So to hit this one, you would be rolling at a disadvantage.
So you disadvantage the one that's fleeing, but a
This one.
standard roll for this one. Okay.
But I can roll for both, or
You're gonna roll. You have to choose
Yeah,
which
just
one,
have
right?
to choose which
I'll
one you're
choose.
going to attack. The farthest one, of course, is going to have disadvantage.
Yeah.
And the closest one won't. It'll be a standard roll.
Okay, that's your call.
oh man, screw it. I'll try for the further one.
Further one. Alrighty. So
Okay, so I roll twice and I take the lower one.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so 20.
Oh, that was a natural 20.
Damn it!
Yes.
I should have gone for the closer one.
What's
4.
So you let loose this arcane energy that bursts through and kind of wraps around the one that's in front and strikes into the top of the trees. And just like, oh, fuck.
Aw. Alrighty, so she still has a bonus action then, right?
Do I?
You can move, right?
Yeah, you can move.
You can move
Or ready
I can't
like
attack
an
again,
arrow, or bring out a sword, anything like that.
I can't attack again.
You
then,
can't
yeah.
attack.
no.
I'll just throw my morning star then.
Okay. So you're just like, what the fuck?
Oh, well, shit. God, you should have gone for the closer one. That would have been a nat 20.
You tell me that now.
I'm sorry. Well, because hindsight's a bitch, dude. Fuck, I'm having fun, dude. This is a lot of fun.
This is just like our first run. I suck at attacking.
Alright, so the one that was in front of you is now like booked it. You see this tiny little thing let loose this huge bolt of arcane energy that it just like decimates the top of some trees for some reason. I'm just like,
What?
It's a work in progress.
I look at you, by the way, and I'm like, good effort. Good effort.
Okay, so I'll just walk and I could walk to him and just cleave him, right?
yeah, you can run up and just.
So I'll just run outside and
Alright.
try to cleave him.
Alright, so you have the black
Black marker?
Marker.
black marker?
Right in front of you.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, there you go.
So I'm right here.
So,
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave these out here. There's no point.
Yeah.
Let me see the red. What's
Are you
that?
guys putting your portraits where you are?
Well, because it's
Well,
smaller.
just smaller.
To keep it in scale.
It's a bigger scale.
Yeah, if we're in a
If
room.
we're in a
well.
room, then we'll
Yeah,
put
yeah, yeah.
portraits.
That's why we're not using the portraits at this specific time. Okay, so there you go.
Solo.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll for attack.
Come on, you got this, dude.
I want to look cool, that's why. Damn it, an 8 again.
8 plus 5 doesn't hit, so you just run up and woo, and the goblin kind of like jumps back really quick. And then.
Can I slow clap while that happens? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't know. No, that does not happen.
So he's kind of like
Maybe a few weeks down the line, I'll do the slow clap, but not
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, so
Right
what
now.
happens?
So you run. So now you have a bonus action, or
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I already walked.
yeah, you have a movement.
You
and
have a
an
bonus
attack and a
action,
bonus
though.
It's a bonus action.
It's like you can make like a small movement or draw. Or...
No, I just stay there.
Okay. So
You just shake your head.
Yeah, I just shake my head. And
He's
just
like, God
That's,
damn it.
that's his bonus action.
Yeah.
He just kicks at the
My
ground.
bonus action is I'm going to sulk in the shame.
Yeah.
No
He just
statement.
kicks at the ground.
Shit.
goblin, he's like kind of pissed. Everyone, he's like there by himself. You just missed with this giant sword. And he's just like he kind of picks up his mace, drops it on the ground, and he's gonna try and like just latch on. He's gonna like jump up and try and climb on you.
Okay.
So
So he's gonna try and grapple him, basically.
yeah, he's basically gonna try and grapple you. So 15 plus 0.
So-
Go ahead and roll a strength save to.
Strength.
Strength saving throws.
Saving throw.
So it'd just be
So
a
you're
20?
basically going to add up your. So you're going to roll a d20 and you're add up
Okay.
your saving throw right here.
And it's a strength saving throw.
Yeah, strength saving, yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna be high for that.
24.
Holy
So this guy tried, like, you see him jump up after you, just kind of like grab him by the neck and like just throw him on the ground. He lets it go.
Is he? Did he? Like,
Is he behind him now?
Did he move his
Yeah,
space?
so
Okay,
he's,
so he's behind.
so
Oh, so he's closer to me now.
Oh, nice.
Kind
Okay,
of.
so
he's right
I
over
just
here.
threw him.
All right.
Erase that
There
one,
you
yeah.
go. Nice.
There we go.
Nice. There you go.
Okay.
Alright. So now it is Suya's turn.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Nice,
what?
serious?
Oh, wait.
Renfus?
Suya,
I already went first, and then the goblin.
and then the goblin, and then
It'd be Ren.
Renfus.
Okay, cool. All right. So, I'm
Mhm.
going to run over to this goblin right here.
Okay.
So,
So he's gonna move.
give me a moment. I'm going to erase both. Let me see the black marker.
Straight.
Yeah,
Where'd it
there
go?
you go. Thank you. So I'm going to put an A right here for you on this. And then I'm going to be right here. I'm going to run over to him. And I'm going to do the dueling daggers.
Okay.
And I want to try to kill this motherfucker. So here we go. First attack. Ooh, 17 plus
17
4. That
21.
is 21.
So it
That
hits.
hits.
That hits.
I know.
Alrighty. So it's 1d4 plus 4. That's a natural 3 plus 4. That is 7.
Okay.
Another 7 damage.
Which is what you got for the other.
Was what I got for the other one. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so go ahead.
Yeah,
Or,
go ahead.
so go ahead for the
So
second
I
one.
hit him.
Alright, well, I already know that 7 damage won't.
Won't kill
It won't
him.
kill him.
kill
No, I know, but I thought it usually just says like something happens.
He
I
described
basically, yeah, I was going after it. I'm just trying to go this. So the second one, ooh, 15 plus 4, that is 19.
It hits.
19 hits. There we go. Alrighty. That is 1 plus 4, that is 5.
So with a quick jab of your dagger, you stick it into his lungs, and he goes, and a bit of blood just kind of spits out of his
So I'm
mouth.
standing there
And the
like.
last one, you just kind of like slash at his neck and just
So,
He
so
did.
I hold him and turn him into like a kebab, basically.
basically.
Nice.
So he did.
So he's dead.
So he's
Okay.
dead. He is dead.
He
Okay.
is deader than dead.
So then, so that's action, bonus action. So this motherfucker's still fleeing. Is this guy gonna be like out of the battle range?
Yeah,
at
but
this
once his
point?
sister,
Yeah,
he's
he's
probably.
done.
He's
That's
gone.
why
So he's
done.
definitely.
So we'll just
dead.
go ahead and
Alrighty.
erase it, yeah.
Are
So
they all
are there any others coming after us right now, or are they all kind of
I
distracted?
think they ran away.
The
Yeah, they're all-
villagers chased them out already.
Okay, so damn.
Okay, so
Right. So, with the battle finished, and the villagers starting to kind of pour back into their town, they're kind of looking around. Good job, lad.
I'm gonna go in the house and check on the woman that was in there.
She is just totally in shock. Like, she's huddled in the corner, just shivering, like, drenched in sweat. She's just basically catatonic at what's just kind of happening. She doesn't even really recognize you. She's just kind of looking.
Am I able to see if she has any injuries just by
She's
looking?
not injured.
But-
She's just
She's not
mentally
shocked.
shocked.
before that though, did we get experience from killing those goblins?
I'll rally.
We'll rally this
XP
at the end
and
of,
stuff like
at the end of the session.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At
That
the end of
makes
the
sense.
session, we'll have the XP and all
Okay.
that fun stuff.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, go carry on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. those 8
While that's going on, I want to, I guess, I wouldn't know that there's a woman in there because I never went inside the house. Like, I'm sure I heard the scream, but I never went inside. So I'm going to turn, how many villagers are, like, coming
It's
back in?
the
full
basically
village.
the full village. Yeah.
Is there,
Right
is there, since I've been there for a few days, is there anyone that I recognize?
now, you recognize kind of an older, gruff gentleman. He's you've seen him around town. You don't think he's a villager.
Okay.
But he did help just now roaring out the goblins. He kind of putting back a fairly large hand axe back in his belt.
Do I know his name yet? Or?
You don't know his name.
I don't know his name. Well, because I do recognize him, I'm just going to walk up to him. I'm going to be like, I'm going to walk up to him and ask, words are hard right now. I'm going to go up to him and I'm going to ask, how was it up in the forest? Do we have anything else we need to worry about?
My boy, it was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah. From what I've been hearing, they've been in and out, stealing food and whatnot. It's really small, petty things.
So this is far from the last attack that there will be.
This is the first time someone has died. This is the first time they've entered homes. This is very troubling.
Very troubling.
These villagers are good people. They didn't deserve this. No, sir.
Seems like that happens a lot to good people. All right. Thank you for letting me know. And then I turn around and I'm going to also start. I'm going to head inside and head inside the home and take note of the woman.
You see that there's kind of the cleric there, or the halfling is just kind of like, kind of observing this woman at the moment. She's visually just not
Visibly?
there. Visibly, there you go.
About the bar, by the way.
You're back at the tavern.
So wandering back, you
Back to
kind of
the
like
drink.
lumbering.
Like,
back
I'm going to
there.
drink.
You notice that there's a couple of guys around the one.
So where'd the tavern go again?
So there's the general store and then...
Oh, but
next
I was just wanted to say, but
Oh, sorry.
just you were still with them, but I'm just finish what you were.
I was just gonna put your picture on the board.
No.
So as you're walking back to the tavern, you notice that they're tending to one of the slain villagers who looks like he might have been one of the people that were sent to kind of first wave responder. He's a little bit more dressed for the occasion with light leather armor. His sword kind of still clutched in his hand. He's got about 3 or 4 villagers there, but he's kind of scooting
So
around.
I noticed what?
Huh?
I noticed what?
You notice that this particular villager that was slain by the goblins wearing
He was slain.
Yeah.
He died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking
Took
god,
a sword
he's
to
dead.
the chest.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, he's fucking
But
dead.
he has one sword in his hand, but he's dead.
Okay.
But you're just like, eh,
Yeah.
death is death.
Death is death, yeah.
That's the fight. Okay. She was inside the house with the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I walk back. I'm walking into the house.
So that's where you get.
So if I can walk in, I'm gonna walk in. I'm assuming I immediately notice the woman cowering in the corner.
Yeah, you notice.
Okay. So I walk up. Before I console the woman, I get down on the knee because she was crouched down, right?
Yeah, she's like in the
She's like in
position.
fetal
She's
position,
like
okay.
just.
So I crouched down on the knee and I look over to you and I said, and I just asked, I'm assuming she's not okay.
She's in shock.
I mean, anyone who's ever seen someone in shock can understand that. Has she said anything to you, or has she even mustered a word?
No.
Take a deep breath, and then I look over at the woman, and I hold my hand out, not like in a consoling way. I'm like, they're gone. There's nothing coming for you right now. Are you gonna be okay?
Go ahead and just roll. Let's see if you actually connect with her.
Is this a persuasion check? Or
Yeah, let's do a charisma.
Charisma.
Charisma,
Oh man, I got some charisma. So you want me to add my charisma modifier to that?
With the roll, right?
I'm glad you're rolling for this.
All right. That is a 10 plus 4. That is a 14.
Maybe I should have rolled.
Maybe I should have rolled.
She kind of looks at you, but doesn't really still respond. She just kind of looks back down at the floor, still shaking. Just go away.
Kind of.
Does he roll play the woman in shop?
Please, just leave me.
I put my hand down and I look back towards the door and I'm like confirming that there's no other coming out, and I'm just gonna turn back to her and say,
Leave, please, just go.
Don't worry, we're gonna leave. Nothing else is coming after you, at least not right now.
Just go.
We're gonna try to figure out what's going on, okay? And then at that point I look at you and I say, let's meet back at the tavern, and then I leave the house.
I'll follow.
Okay. So we're heading back to the tavern as well.
Alright. You guys also see that there were several villagers kind of scattered around, making sure there was no other goblins in the area, or
Right.
other houses or anything like that. Looks like they're pretty much scared them all out.
Mhm.
You guys also noticed that the gentleman that you had noticed earlier take a sword to the chest is now being tended to by a few of the villagers.
Right.
And his sword kind of just laying there on the ground.
I'm gonna look at you, because with what you've done, I'm going to make the assumption that I'm not going to assume that you're a cleric per se, because I wouldn't know that. But I want to say, I figured you're good at helping people. Is there something you could do for that, man?
I can try.
I mean, go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to them and how many times am I able to do cure wounds?
He's dead.
He's dead.
Well,
I thought you said they were tending to someone who was still alive.
But attending to his
No,
body.
they-
Oh, they're tending to the dead guy. Okay, then I take that
Never
all
mind.
back.
I thought we were talking
about
people.
someone who was hurt but still alive.
Yeah.
What you
Never
saw
mind.
was, "Ugh," and he's dead.
Okay, then never mind. So then
So
I'm
that never happened.
yeah, that never happened. Pretend that never happened. So as I'm gonna take note of that as I'm walking back, and I'm just gonna kind of shake my head and discuss that that's something that has happened, and just continue over to the tavern.
So you make your way back to the tavern, and
Do we want to call a quick break right here, and then go on ahead and continue on in like 2 minutes? Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and call a quick break and grab some more drinks, stretch out, use the restroom, all that fun stuff, and we shall be right back then.
Hey, Greg here from Hardest Reset, and you're in the middle of listening to the first episode of the Homebrewers. We hope you guys have been enjoying this series thus far, and we hope you guys enjoy what is coming in the second half. So, let's get back to it.
Anyway, so go ahead and bring us back in.
So basically, we had everybody introduce their characters and let them know a little bit about each other. And they found themselves in the village of Dothe, each with their own reason for being there. While trying to get a lay of the tavern that they had come to, they were interrupted by basically a goblin raid, I guess is what you would call it. They were after the village's food and any sort of shiny trinkets and jewels they might have been able to get a hold. This wasn't normally a thing they found out that the goblins would do. Mostly it was just kind of, pick the vegetables out of the garden. It was kind of a nuisance, like rats in your house. But now they're starting to actually
I
murder
think that
people.
was worse than rats in your house.
Those are some pretty big rats.
They're all goblins.
But they have now shed farmer's blood. We're unsure of just who they've killed, but he looks like he may have been a mercenary or some sort of militiaman. We're unsure of who he was. We just know that he was wearing armor and had a sword, but he also took a sword to the chest.
There you go.
We had a lot of great crits, some that almost killed our rogue. And
Almost died. That was the one. Yeah.
Villagers definitely helped out in getting rid of the.
They came in fucking clutch. I'll definitely tell you that.
They did. So gotta hand it to the villagers. But here we are, and we've kind of made our way back to the tavern.
Right.
The villagers started coming back into the village after chasing out the goblin riffraff. And now we're going to take it from here. I believe we'll give the floor to Suda, who originally first went into the tavern.
There you go.
Okay, so I mean, I just sit back from my spot, my original spot, and just continue drinking my beer, which was still intact, by the way.
By the way, my ale is still there.
Not a drop spilled.
My water's probably gone now. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I just sit back.
So you
down,
just sit there, okay.
wait for things to settle down.
Are the villagers?
Eventually, the bartender kind of makes his way back in and slams his axe down on the counter, kind of grumbles to himself, and just kind of goes back around and pours himself an ale.
I immediately, when I finally get back in, the bartender will already be there, I would assume. I'm going to walk into the bartender and be like, how much did everyone in this village round?
In the village.
Lad, tonight it's free.
Free? Alright. Well, make sure that these villagers drink up, because I got a lot of questions about what's going on.
If you got questions, you might want to talk to the man who owns the land.
Who's the man that owns the land?
The Duke, he lives in a big house up the street.
The Duke lives in the big house up on the street. Thank you very much for letting us know. So,
I don't think it'll be much for words. Was his boy who took a sword.
that was his son.
He picked up the sword not long after the first goblins started to ransack the farms. He figured they would be less likely if steel was shown.
So he wanted to be a hero and died trying to be a hero.
It was his first night out. Poor lad. No more than 18 years.
Or at least he died with some sort of honor, right? We'll drink to that. I grab whatever drink he's pouring. If he's pouring drinks at this point, yeah. So I turn around and he's sitting
It went on
at,
the couch.
he's sitting, when he's not losing his D20. He probably forget again.
No, that's not
Liz
it.
up on the hill.
When did you get?
It went more kind of toward that way.
And
D20 down, guys.
There, maybe. No, that's not it. There we go.
Thank you.
that's the appeal to the homebrewers. Is this quite literally like you're sitting with your friends, hanging out, playing D&D, and weird shit does happen. No, okay. So I grab a drink, because I'm sure he's starting to pour drinks for everybody. My drink's probably long gone. I can't keep track, and I'm like, I don't.
Actually, it's still there.
Is it still there? Well, then I'm double fisting the drinks.
Are all our drinks still there?
Yours is not. You were kind of like standing, kind of like watching this big guy, and then like shit happened, and you're just like, what? So, your cup is on the floor.
Oh, rip.
Aww.
So I'm going to immediately go to where he is sitting, and I'm going to sit down. If there is there a spot open? Is it just the one side?
There are looks like 3 chairs on that.
3 chairs.
Each table.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go get another cup of water.
You're gonna go get another cup of water.
He pours you a nail. I saw your moves. You deserve this.
So look at disgust. So I sit down with my
It's not disgust. It's more like,
yay.
basically.
She's just like, oh, good. It's like when you go to a bar and you ask for like, yeah, can I get like your strongest shit? It's like, we got Seagrams. You're like, I'll take the Seagrams. It's like, I wanted whiskey, but okay. But no, so I sit down at the area and I said, sir, I don't know who you are, but that was very impressive. What brings you to this town?
You're not so bad yourself. I guess I should introduce myself since we're. I guess I should introduce myself since we're brothers in arms at this point.
Kind of getting this together, absolutely.
I'm Suya. I'm just a mercenary now, just wandering about trying to gain any intel on my family that's been murdered, actually.
Mm.
But I've noticed that you're good with the knives there, so I figured, maybe you could help with that intel.
Well, I mean, I've got my own intentions and people I'm looking for as well. My name is Ren. My full name's Renfist, but you can just call me Ren. And I haven't been this far up north. I'm way far away from home. But I made my way up here a few days ago, and I guess in a sense, getting away from what previously was, but also quietly trying to figure some things out.
I hear you.
Yeah. So apparently my drink was still here, and I got a new one.
Hey.
Hey. What's up?
Drink to that.
Yeah, we'll all drink to that. So I like cheers the two of them together.
The two
I do
ones,
the two of
and
them
then
like
the
that,
two.
and then I like drink from one and then drink from the other and just set them down. And I don't know what you're doing at this point. I'll let you.
I'm just sitting there like, should I approach the table?
Where's the little mini person
It's a little.
that helped you at?
There's the mini person.
I assume you guys know
So
each
glad
other.
I didn't take a drink.
Can I look around the tavern to see if she's in the tavern at this point?
You see her kind of like peeking, like occasionally into the tavern, but not actually in the tavern. She's just like.
What?
Wait, she's in the tavern.
I got a drink,
That's
remember?
it.
Oh, that's right. Thanks for the refresher. She
There
is
you go.
actually in the bar. Okay, so
I literally
she's
just
kinda,
got
awkwardly
handed an
looking
ale.
at her beer at the counter, just kind of like not sure what to do with it. So she's kind of like looking at the room with this beer, kind of like looks down at it occasionally, but not actually drinking it.
I look over to you and I just motion over, because there's the third seat right there. I look at you with a stern look and say, point at the seat.
Just kind of awkwardly go and sit down.
So first of all, I'm going to say you look like somebody that doesn't drink.
No, not really.
You want to take that off her hands, or?
Today she's gonna learn.
You always got to learn at some point, and I take a sip of one of my drinks.
Just
So-
gonna let it sit there.
I look over at her and I ask, you look really almost too clean cut to be in a farmer town like this. What brings you here?
I'm looking for someone actually.
Oh wow.
Seems like we're all
We're all
looking
in the
for
same boat as
We're
you.
all looking for somebody. Of course, I'll fucking drink to that, and I drink out of the other cup. You seem very, what's the word? Pure? Which was why you really stand out.
By the way, we didn't quite catch your name.
Yeah, what is
I'm
it?
Tsuya.
And I'm Renfist, but you can call me Ren.
I'm Amaryllis.
Amaryllis, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I guess we're kind of all in this together at this point.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. So this is
Aren't you hurt from earlier, by the way? Are you hurt from earlier, by the way?
I mean, not as bad as I was earlier, but
Thanks to your healing magic, it's kind of closed up, but it's.
I mean, it's
Still
good.
tender.
It's gonna bruise in the morning, but it's definitely not the worst thing I've ever dealt with. But I do thank you for that earlier.
That's good.
Yeah. So I don't know what you guys think, but I've been here for a few days. I don't know how long you guys have been here, but I heard something interesting about this attack. That apparently this is the first time blood was drawn. Apparently all they've been doing in the past is just stealing things here or there, but this is the first time they've gone into homes, and this is the first time they've killed somebody.
I can tell.
Yeah.
That this is a peaceful village.
Mhm.
It just got attacked out of nowhere. So I figured
Yeah.
something's amiss.
Something has to be going on. You know, I've only been here a few days, but I agree. These are just hard-working farmers who are just trying to make a living. You know, put out their their crops, put out their harvests, and make money, be able to afford enough for the next year's harvest, have a little drink here or there. And from what I can glean from this situation, it seems like this is very much an awkward situation for them because they're not used to discourse happening. Have any of you guys heard anything else about this?
Nay.
Question for DM real quick. Who was the one that found out that was the son?
You.
That was me, right? Okay, alright. Well, I guess it is sad though that the one who did die is the leader or the head of this village, the Duke. Apparently that was his son. It's his first night wanting to protect the village since these attacks started happening. He, I guess he just, obviously he died a hero, but, clearly he didn't know what he was getting into. I'm sure we've all had those situations, but the fact that the blood on these goblins' hands is the Duke's son, I assume is not going to bode well with this Duke.
I suppose not.
Especially in a peaceful town. It's a unique situation. Yeah.
I suppose since I am a mercenary, I guess I could offer my services to this Duke.
I feel like,
Thanks for the tip.
yeah, I feel like if we're
And
gonna
I just grab my sword and I just immediately just try to.
You're gonna make your way over there. I'm gonna look over at Amaryllis and be like, maybe not a mercenary per se, but I have been a hired sword. I used to be a hired sword, but I feel like we need to try to approach this Duke. I don't know what you think about it.
And I scream, "Are you guys coming along or not?"
Kind of the other villagers.
Apparently we're coming along.
We go back to the drink.
Apparently, we're coming along.
Apparently.
Am I able to take my 2 drinks and fall? No, I'm not. I mean, I could.
They're on the house.
Yeah, that is very true. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I want to take my 2 drinks. Take my 2 drinks with me to go see the fucking Duke.
I'm just gonna leave mine on the table.
So I'm gonna. Okay, so here's what I actually do. So I grab the 2 drinks with my one hand, and then I grab the third one. I grab hers.
Waste not, what not.
And as I leave, is there anyone that I could tell that maybe is a little bit younger who maybe technically shouldn't be in there at all?
Go ahead and roll a search.
Alright, so is this an investigation?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Natural 20.
Unfortunately, it looks like everyone who's here should actually be here. There is somebody who might be caressing that sort of age gap.
Alright, I'm gonna go to that person. I'm just gonna set all 3 drinks in front of them and say, drink up, buddy. You're gonna grow some balls. And then leave. And I'm gonna follow Zuri in on
I like how it looks at you as you go, and it's this like big ass grin on his face.
As I walk away,
Just gotta touch my holy symbol and follow.
I notice her touch her holy symbol, and I'm just like, you got a big storm coming. And then I follow him as we decide to try to find this Duke.
Well, he's not hard to find.
He's not hard to find, not at all.
You guys exit out to the tavern, kind of look up the road, and there's this
Figured it's a big
fairly
house.
large manor just up the road. So you
I
march
can't
up
believe
there.
I rolled a natural 20 to try to get
You
a
find out someone
You cannot
wasted 20 on that.
to try to
You're
get
old
in.
enough. You look like you're old enough.
So good.
You're gonna regret that later.
So you guys go up to the manor. The doors are currently closed, but you do see that there are like lights emanating from the windows.
Yeah, go ahead.
A solid bang on the wall or bang on the door.
Yeah.
It creaks open as a lean older gentleman opens. Yes.
I believe we're some sort of help to try to figure out what's going on with your fair town.
I'm sorry about.
obviously about the goblin attacks that have been happening in your town, sir.
It's nothing more than a nuisance. Good day.
And I hold the door, and I say, sir, your son.
I have no... Oh. He opens the door a little bit more. I must give word. Apologies. Kind of leaves the door open for you as he makes his way further into the manor.
Mm-hmm. So do we walk into the manor? Are we walking into the manor?
Yeah, it was basically like an open
Okay,
door.
yeah. So I'm assuming we're all walking into the
Cool.
manor. Yeah.
I'll be behind you too.
You'll be behind me? Okay, yeah.
So you guys are kind of like meandering around for a few minutes when a slightly more chubby, middle-aged man throws open a door on the far end of the parlor area, marches up to you.
Those bastards! I want them dead! All of them dead! Do you understand me? I want none alive! I know where they are. I know where they are.
He's very distraught and very angry.
I assume you're the Duke. Good day to you, sir. My name is Rumpus. You can call
I
me
don't care about names. I want those bastards. Those bastards. Just kill them.
Well, do you have any information? Where can we find them so we can kill
He
these
kind of
guys?
wipes some tears from his eyes.
An old watchtower to the east.
A few villagers follow them there. There's several. They thought them no mind because they were picking vegetables. My damned foolhardy son, he thought. Show them some steel. Don't let them raid our farms. We'd much rather lose carrots than him. Again, kind of wipe some tears. Now go. Just do the job. I'll pay you. He walks back into the parlor room.
Can I shout to him before he leaves? Yeah, I don't care if he just keeps running on. I just want to say, your son did fight bravely, and we'll make sure that he doesn't die in vain.
Just a vision.
Of course, I definitely know vengeance.
Just do the job.
All right. And as I watch him go away, I just turn around like, all right. So I guess we're bringing down vengeance. I look over towards Amaryllis and I say, is that something you're okay with? You seem like the kind that wouldn't be okay with this. I just want to make sure this is something that you would be okay with.
I'm willing to help.
Of course. Just trying to help a peaceful man who lost his son. Alright. Look over at Suya. Alright, so we gotta go to a watchtower on the east. Apparently there's numerous amounts of them. I mean, we could charge in blindly, but do you think we should try to figure out who's seen these so we know what we're getting ourselves into first?
I mean, can't you do like some reconnaissance
Reconnaissance, of course.
and just see what we're dealing, what are the numbers, and then
Yeah,
we could just plan an attack from there.
of course, yeah. So, question to the DM. Is practically most of the village at the tavern at this point?
I would say about half the village is there.
Half the village.
The other half has kind of gone back to their homes to make sure
Okay.
that they're
Well,
secure.
okay, so I'm gonna turn back to them. I'm gonna go back to the tavern because I'm certain there's gotta be somebody there that'll have some sort of information, or at least let us know who we can go to have some information. So if you want to meet there, you can. If you want to meet at another distinct location, we can as well.
I'll stay near the watchtower to see if anything try to.
So you're gonna head over towards the watchtower,
Yeah.
but not fully.
but not fully, just
Okay.
around there, so I can see if anything's coming.
Okay,
So I
so
can stop them or something.
so then I'll go find some
You
information.
get information,
And then I'll meet you at the watchtower and we'll figure out a plan. What about you, Amaryllis? Where do you want to go? You want to go with the watchtower or you want to follow me? Or you want to do your own thing?
You said you're going back to the tavern.
This is Greg, not Griffith. I'm going back to the tavern to try to glean some information so that way we're not charging in blindly.
I guess I'll follow you.
Alright, so
he's going to the watchtower, and we're going to go back to the tavern.
So
So,
you're making your way. Okay.
okay. So if you want to do, if there's anything going on with the watchtower, I'll let him know, because I'm assuming looking for information is going to take a little bit. So.
So he's gonna head out. You make your way back to the tavern. So it looks like there's still a decent number of people in the tavern itself. Most of them are kind of sitting down. It's rather quiet now. Everyone's just sullenly drinking their ale.
Right. For my time at the in the city, would I have kind of heard any sort of rumblings of any of this in my time here, or is this like the first I've ever heard of any sort of like?
This is the first time you've really heard
of any sort of attack.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, well, I guess I'm just gonna try to glean the tavern to try to find some information.
So you're just gonna ask around?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask around. So,
Okay.
what check would that be?
I'll do diplomacy.
Diplomacy check.
Yeah, so it's charisma.
It's a charisma check. Alright, cool. Hopefully I don't fuck this up. Alright, 12 plus 4, that is 16.
Okay. So you ask around, maybe about the fourth person you asked was actually one of the people who chased the goblins a bit to see where their homestead was.
Oh.
He and a few other villagers found that the watchtower, again, is to the east. It's been abandoned for several years, and while he's unsure of the exact amount, he discerns that there might be about 15 to 20 goblins that reside there. That's just what he was able to discern.
15 to 20 goblins. Okay. And did they ever get to see, like what kind of encampment they're staying in, or did they just kind of glean the general numbers?
He just basically sees them come in and out of the old watchtower. Again, being not too sure of the numbers.
Right.
He doesn't really see any sort of like fences or defenses put up or anything like that.
Right.
They're inhabiting this thing for the time being, and that's about it.
Okay. Alright. And that's the most of the information.
Yeah.
Did he give any sort of indicator of anyone else who might know anything, or did he not know what that was?
No, it's just him, and he says a friend, but he wasn't very specific.
He didn't. Okay. Alright, so. Okay, well, if that's all I can find, I'm going to turn back to Amaryllis. And I'm going to kind of convey that. So. Alright, so as we know, Watchtower on the east. Apparently, one of the guys here was one of the people that chased them. And there's about, while there's no exact numbers, at least 15 to 20. We don't know any sort of encampment, but they know that they saw them, come in and out, and they've counted at least about 15 to 20. I don't know if that also includes the ones we took care of earlier, but that's what we got for now. Alright. Do you feel we need to do any sort of other reconnaissance, or should we just report that to Sui and try to figure something out?
Have you left the village?
Hmm?
You're on your way to leaving the village, or?
No, I was.
He's going towards the
He's
tower.
going to the tower.
I'm like
So he's
not
like-
in front of the watchtower, but I'm like
He's heading in the general direction. of the
direction,
watchtower.
just in case any of them try to.
Yeah,
come.
he's heading in the general direction of the watchtower.
How far is that from the tavern?
Yeah, how far is the watchtower from the town?
The man you talked to says that it's about a day's trip.
A day's
Dang.
trip.
And we just let him walk out.
I mean, I'm not gonna be there yet. Just
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna look to Amaryllis and go, I think we might have fucked up. Apparently, this watchtower is a day's trip.
Great.
Of course, we seem to have gotten ourselves into a situation we've just met. Are you traveling with other people, or are you just on your own at this point?
Am I traveling alone?
You're
At this
all
point?
by yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm by myself for now.
Well, looks like you got a friend. Why don't we head over to that watchtower?
Okay.
I mean, unless you don't want to head to that watchtower, because if not, I
guess Suya and I gotta go on our own.
I'll go with you.
Alright. So, so I'm trying to think before we go to the watch hour.
Do we need to rest before we go?
You know what? This is gonna kind of be an asshole thing. I'm gonna turn to Emerald and be like, before I do this, how late is it right now?
Well, when the goblins first attacked, it was just becoming dusk, so
Dusk.
I would say that after everything that transpired, it's probably around like 9 o'clock.
Okay.
It's starting to kind of get into that fall-y season, not quite fall.
Right. So it's still like earlier. So it's like for all intents and purposes, it's like 6 or 7 o'clock basically.
Well, it's 9 o'clock. Like
9 o'clock
it's
is
9
fine,
o'clock,
okay.
so it's
9
dark
o'clock.
outside, but it's
Okay,
not like
okay.
super late.
Okay. So, I'm gonna turn to Amaryllis again. Be like, potential change of plans. With how late it is right now, you probably should rest. Although, I don't want Suya to be waiting, but he seems capable enough if anything were to happen.
I'm not waiting. I'm just walking.
Well, you know, but I'm
And then
saying,
I'll wait
we don't
No,
want...
like you'll get there.
We don't
before
want you're
us,
gonna get
like,
there way
you'll have to
before
wait.
us if we don't leave until morning. Like, he might be waiting for a little bit, but I feel like with kind of the day that we had, I feel like we need to rest a little bit.
Well, we probably wouldn't be able to catch up to him.
I mean, he'll have to wait for us. He said he didn't wanna. He said he didn't wanna leave without us, or he didn't want to start what we wanted to do without us. So I feel like let's get a couple rooms. Let's rest for the night. In the morning we'll meet down here, and then we'll journey over to the other tower. Alrighty. Does the tavern we're at, do they have rooms, or do we need to find another place to get rooms?
It is actually connected to a small inn.
Okay.
Room and board for you guys, since you helped clear out the goblins. He's gonna let you stay for free.
Stay for free? Okay. Alright, so we'll get 2 rooms. And then we're gonna go ahead and rest for the evening. And we would set out in the morning then.
Alright. So when you rest, you have full HP now, right?
Yeah, we have full HP.
Yeah, it's a long
And you
rest.
have-
Thank Christ!
I get my cure wounds back.
You do. Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Yeah, because I don't think my healer's kit would have really done that much in a fight.
No, I feel like
That would have been bad.
I have a feeling he's plotting. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Well, we may have fucked up again.
Well, fuck.
So you trek out on your own, heading towards the tower.
At least the tank trekked out on his own, and not like you.
At first, you start out on the actual road itself, but you actually do see that there are footsteps leading out into the woods. It looks like kind of an older trail the goblins might have used. It's getting kind of dark, so you can't really tell just how many might have passed through here.
Yeah.
But you can tell it's an old goblin trail that's leading. So do you want to stay on the road or kind of go off into the woods?
On the road still.
Okay. So the road kind of winds a bit. You've probably walked maybe a good, I would say a good 2 hours on the road. And again, you see another kind of split off into the woods. And then off into the distance of the road kind of clears out into a field. And there's a large, it looks like a wheat field between this set of forest and the next. And it kind of wraps around, kind of like, it looks like a man-made cut field for wheat growing. So maybe about 1,000 feet in each direction of clear cut.
This is wheat.
This is wheat. And then it branches out into the woods again. And off to, go ahead and roll for me. Let's see what you can actually see.
20?
Yeah.
Any checks or what?
I'm gonna do just a normal spot check.
So that'd be a perception check?
Yeah, perception.
There you go.
2. Where's my perception?
Wisdom.
Yeah, it's 2.
Okay.
18.
Nice.
18 plus.
There you go.
No, the 16, but then...
16 plus 2,
Oh,
so it's
okay.
19. There you go.
So as you're kind of looking around this clearing, through the branches that are kind of like starting to lose some of their foliage, you see just a very, very faint flicker of light far off into the distance. It's very far, but you know that in order to get to there, you're going to either have to cut through the woods or find some sort of road, but being unfamiliar with the area, you may be on the road for a while.
Yeah, I just set up my little. I don't even have a camp. I just set up like a resting near the wheat, I guess.
So just like sitting next to a tree,
Yeah.
campfire or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. So you kind of sit there for the night. It seems pretty calm. You wake up to birds chirping and all that good stuff. Greg, you guys are finally wake up.
Wake up.
Light dawn. You hear the roosters starting to crow.
Alright, so at this point, you know, I got the hood up, obviously. So I'm waiting downstairs. I feel like just kind of with what I deal with. I mean, I get a full night's sleep, but I'm up fairly early. And then I'm downstairs, and I'm just waiting for Amaryllis to come downstairs. And when he eventually come downstairs, I'll be like, alright, just
I just come down and like yawning and stretching.
oh, morning sleepyhead. You seem to have a good sleep, didn't you? Mm. Alright. Let me guess. You want to water for the road before we go?
That'd be
Bartender's
nice.
not up yet.
Oh no!
that was my ruse all along. It's a false sense of security. Anyway, let's head on over to the East Watchtower. So we start trekking to the Eastern Watchtower.
So you follow the road for a bit, and you notice that there's a lot of broken branches and things, and small tracks. It looks like quite a few smaller creatures have kind of broken their way through off into the woods.
Right.
And then, of course, the road itself keeps winding further on.
Well, if we're gonna find goblins, we should probably follow the goblin footprints. Unless we would just want to fuck around in a tree or something like that.
I don't understand what that means.
By that I mean just that. Never mind. Let's just follow. Let's go this way.
Okay.
Off in the woods?
Yeah, we're following the trail off to the woods.
Alright.
She's just muttering to herself, I have a bad feeling about this.
No, it's telling me.
So you wake up to chirping birds and there's like a little squirrel that kind of...
I hope this is the way that Suya went. I really hope this is the way he went.
How far am I?
He
are
made
they from
camp,
me?
so...
From the last time, I'd say they're about an hour's difference
Okay.
between the trek time.
It may not even matter.
That's funny.
Okay. So you were saying?
Oh, so I mean, you're up. You're where do we want to go from here?
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, dude. There you go.
Looking around at ran.
Still no sign. Not a whiff. Not a footstep in any direction.
I just close my eyes again and just.
Just contemplate life.
Just like, well, all right, I'll wait.
Alright,
Just wait,
fine.
I'll wait a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are marching to the woods.
Mm-hmm.
What are your passive perceptions, by the way?
Passive perception for me. Passive perception is 12.
Wait, I think I might have did that wrong. How do you do that?
So passive perception is what plus your wisdom?
10 plus your wisdom.
10 plus your
10
wisdom.
plus wisdom. Oh. If that's the case, mine would be 13. That makes sense.
So you guys are kind of trekking through the woods. You notice that there's a poorly hidden goblin in a bush, just away next to a few trees, and further ahead you also see more of the same. There's probably 3 goblins. They're just kind of like They're basically standing in the bush trying to hide themselves, but doing a very poor job at it.
I hold my hand in front of Homebrewers and I go, just wait. If you don't move, they won't see you. Just stay very still. And you're probably confused.
They're probably about my height.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Wilhelm kind of looks over and sees this very well-dressed halfling kind of glowing on the
Oh,
inside.
cool.
Look what I've done.
God damn it.
So the three descend upon you.
No
The
point
three.
holding back
Roll
now.
initiative. Roll initiative. Let's go. Let's go, babe.
God, here we
Fuck.
go.
Plus,
Oh my god.
she just rolled a natural 1. And I rolled a 3.
We're going to
3
die.
plus 4, 7.
My
God.
initiative is 0.
You rolled a natural 1 on your fucking initiative. Just keep healing.
What's your initiative bonus?
Initiative, mine is plus 4, so I'm 7. Man, we're fucked. So there's 3 of them descending on
The
us?
first goblin that notices you,
That
like,
dice is
he
officially
comes
jammed.
running up with his morning star and takes like, a
Alright.
quick swing at your Rinfus.
At Renfest? Okay, there we go.
I'm glowing, but they're
4
gonna attack
does
you.
not hit me.
Alright. So she just kind of runs past you with his hammer and just not quite sure how to swing it yet since he probably woke up.
Should we probably draw it on the board like where everybody's at? Alright.
So how
Cheeky.
far are they now from me?
Cheeky? What?
Cheeky.
If you were to run into the woods, probably a 20-minute hike.
So you're
If
not.
you had to
you,
run,
you,
though.
you wouldn't be hearing
So
anything.
he's
at this point.
nowhere close.
He wouldn't be hearing anything. So it's just
He's just
we're gonna die
contemplating
together.
life. He's just contemplating
Where
life
you
right now.
some bushes, trees,
Poorly
more
hidden
bushes,
goblins.
Too bad I can't go first.
trees, lots of trees and some
Okay.
bushes. Don't you guys love art?
Oh man, art class was fun.
Some more bushes.
So where are they and where am I at?
Yeah. Well, you're like
You're like-
You're like the D20
Oh,
here.
okay.
you're not gonna be in this battle.
You're not even
Yeah.
on the map.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that there's one goblin here trying to hide in the bush. Another goblin kind of hiding right here. And then the one that's coming up to you guys is here,
Okay.
where you guys are entering.
Oh man.
Just put the portraits up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Just throw them portraits in there.
Boom. And
Oh, so we're
So we're on the
walking
outside,
in. We're
basically.
walking.
you're walking into like.
Okay. All right. So the first goblin is like. "Eh."
He's like.
That's amazing. That's amazing. We already know all 3 goblins are gonna go after us first because we rolled some shit initiative.
And the next goblin, he's gonna grab sling, kind of.
Which
and
one?
Shucks it. I'm gonna go with this one right here.
Okay.
So he's gonna try and throw it at Rinfus.
Of course he's gonna.
He's at a disadvantage because it looks like you've
Oh,
got a tree
disadvantage.
kind of in your way.
Is that disadvantage?
Yeah, because you got a tree in his way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He rolls an 8, 10.
17. So no.
So you kind of hear as one of the rocks hit a tree.
Huh. That's a thing.
Okay, and it is
Goblin number 3, sir.
next goblin number 3.
That's what I
Because
thought.
I'm a 1, remember?
Yeah.
This guy's right here. So he's gonna kind of get out of his bush and throw his javelin at Rinfus.
Mm-hmm.
They just love
17.
you.
Yeah, that hits.
Wait, isn't that your AC?
Yeah, it's my AC. 17 is my AC, so that hits.
So if they match, it hits?
Yes.
That should be a draw at that point.
You have 17 armor class?
Yeah.
His is, yeah.
Dexterity modifier.
Yeah, my dexterity.
Oh.
Yeah, I have high dexterity, dude.
That makes sense.
Alright, how much damage does he do?
So you take 3 points of damage as this javelin kind of whizzes past and clips your arm, slicing it open.
Okay. Still at 15.
Question: do we know how many javelins they have, or it's just a one throw?
Yeah,
That's it.
2 javelins.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they're 2 javelins.
Alrighty. Oh, there you go.
Be wary.
So is it finally my turn?
Yep.
Oh wait, who's first? Is it me or her?
It's
It's her.
Wait.
Oh,
Your-
well, your initiative is first, and then the goblins, and then her, because she's alone.
You went first, then
What
they
do you-
went,
what Greg
and then
did?
I
No,
went.
wait. You roll initiative, and then whoever had the highest initiative goes first, and then because it goes in order, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What do you
Okay,
do
so-
anything?
I didn't do anything, so I should go next.
Oh, that's right. Oops.
No,
What did you roll?
I rolled.
He rolled higher
7.
than me.
I rolled 7
So
initiative.
were they goblins higher?
All
than
the goblins were higher. I did the whole, hey, hold on, don't move.
But that was
Yeah.
before we rolled.
That was before we rolled for
But that was
initiative.
your full initiative.
Yeah.
Okay,
So now,
you
it's,
go.
so now it's Greg's turn.
So you go then.
Alright, so Renfis is very angry at the goblin right in front of them, so he's going to do his dual daggers and try to kill that asshole. So, first one is, alright, 14 plus 4 is 18.
That hits.
Alrighty, let me roll my d4. Ooh, 5 points of damage.
Plus dex.
Yes. No, that's the 1d4 plus 4.
Okay.
And I
5 points.
rolled a natural 1 on my damage.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's 5 points of damage on the first
First
attack.
dagger.
Okay.
And roll second
And
time.
the second one?
Second one.
Oof.
Ooh, 7 plus 4 is 11.
That probably doesn't.
Yeah, that probably doesn't hit.
That does not.
No.
I got the
So you
first
take the
one.
first one and clips him good in the gut, and take the other one. He kind of steps back as though.
And I missed.
avoiding
I
the
just
other.
left, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
Can I take?
um,
Oh.
I'm going to
Sorry.
do any movement. I wish I had potions. I'd take a potion at some point.
You
I'm-
only lost 2 hit points.
I lost
Calm
3
down. Oh,
out of
3.
18, but I'm just gonna go back slightly, just not to like cower behind you, but just like I'm going back like 1 square just to kind of like position myself for the next
You
attack.
did 7, right?
I did 5. Yeah, I did 5 damage. Alrighty, so that's it.
All right. So goblins is gone, and Greg
The goblin's
Princess
still
is
there.
gone, and now it is Morales.
Phew.
So the goblins really don't like your rogue.
They fucking hate me, dude.
They stumbled into a goblin
Goblin raid.
ambush. And
Yeah.
poorly disguised goblin ambush. And they clipped him with a javelin.
Yeah, I've only lost like 3 HP at this point, so.
I'm just gonna take out my Morning Star and attack.
Okay.
Ooh.
14. What am I?
14 plus your strength modifier.
Which is 0, so that's 14.
Okay, that's. No, it does not. So you
Oh my gosh.
kind of like. You hit him, but like he kind of like moves into the blow, which doesn't give you really the power to hurt him. So you're just like, ugh. You know, kind of gets you go. Rah!
I hate these goblins.
Get on my shit list, blue dice.
Alright. So now the self-same goblin.
So that's the first, that's the one up here, right?
He's good. Yeah.
I just stepped back a little bit because I was prepping myself, basically.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, kind of annoyed at the fact that you took a swipe at him. How dare you? He's now going to try and attack you on this Morning Star.
Oh, watch me
And
go.
it's a 19 to
Oh yeah,
hit.
he hits.
So firm smack with the
Oh
Morning
yeah,
Star.
that fucking hits.
My AC is 12.
Oh,
Yes, he
yeah,
hit.
he fucking hits.
Watch the cleric die here.
I don't have a potion.
4 points of bludgeoning damage.
How much HP do you have?
My HP is 15, thankfully.
So 4?
So now down to 11. I'm just gonna make a note of it up around the corner.
And you're still.
Yeah.
Cool.
I probably could have walked there by now.
Probably like.
You want to wake up and maybe.
Yeah, I wake up. I'm like.
I mean, he can't hear any of it.
can't
but-
I'm not gonna hear, but I'm just like, you know what? I'll just
Maybe go back and look.
go back, but I'll go back.
The way you came?
Maybe towards the tower or just.
No, go back to where
Where you first saw the checks.
the tracks. because I went the path, but this time I'm going to go back to the
I thought we went the path too.
We did,
Oh,
but I don't
We
know
went
if we
down
did.
the road. You guys took the paths following the goblins.
We
Oh,
we
God.
fucked up.
I thought, okay,
He did good.
then this, okay, well, I'll let this happen. I thought we were going down, when you say the path, I thought we were going down the trail path, not the path with the goblins. I thought the goblins were going down the path. Okay.
The path, not
Anyway.
the road.
This is
Alright.
So I go
a
down.
pathway is kind of just something that's made in between stuff. A road is like a full unraveled.
So I go back to the, because I'm like, for some reason I have a feeling that these guys probably took the path of the forest. And I say that because he's an assassin, so I feel like he's gonna try to be sneaky. So I'm like, I'll take this path and maybe
It's her fault we're in this
maybe
fucking...
they're
Don't
lying.
blame me.
Maybe they're in there, so I go back that way. So.
Alright, there you go.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Don't
Zoe's
move. They
going
won't see you.
I told you not to fucking move.
No, I didn't.
Next goblin is gonna come out from behind his tree because he couldn't get a really good vantage point.
Oh boy.
So he's gonna come kind of out here, more or less into the open.
Please get a natural one and kill the young goblin.
I have done it.
I have done that.
I know he has, yeah.
Okay. And again, he's gonna try and take his sling and go for rain fist one more time because
This is his second javelin, right?
no, this
No,
is a
that's
sling. This is
Oh,
yeah,
sling.
he's got
I
a
was just
sling.
How many do they have? How many of those do they
He
have?
has 10 rounds, but I mean, it's
Oh.
like
Right,
it's
It's
just
like
to go.
fucking
It's like a slingshot type of thing.
It's another tree. He's not very good with this thing.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 5.
I see it hit. I'm just like, oh, thank God.
Alright, so this guy here, he kind of takes his other javelin, and this time he's gonna go for Amaryllis.
Amaryllis.
Oh boy. Okay.
That won't attack his other wound. Alright, 19 armor class.
Oh my god. Here we go. Yeah, that hit.
Alright. There we go. So, take 5 points of piercing damage as this javelin hurls through the air and clips you good in the side. And just, it's not enough to pierce, but it's definitely a good sized wound.
So I'm at 6 now.
I mean, you shouldn't touch on yourself, right?
Huh?
Yeah, she could do healing. Yeah,
Yeah, but it has to be my turn.
I know. But all 3 goblins have
It
gone.
won't be there yet. Well,
Yeah, so all goblins.
Wait, I
now
thought
sit down
one-
and turn for
It's my turn. All right, so
I thought there was one.
I'm going to step forward and go after this goblin once more.
Alright.
The one that I attacked before. Okay, so my double daggers. God damn it! 8 plus 4 is 12.
Okay, good. As he ducks out of the way,
All right, second one. 11 plus 4 is 15.
Just
it hits.
Yes! Thank God. Alrighty, so 2 plus 4, that's 6 points of damage.
Okay. So with a firm slab and slice of your dagger, you just cleave right into his neck, and he's like,
He's dead?
clumps over dead.
Yes! One less one to take care of. And then do I notice that she's not doing too good right now?
Yes, you do notice that she's been
I'm
turned
looking-
to the side,
I should hope so.
smacked with a mace, and she's like kind of leaning.
I'm looking
on
at her, I'm all, take care of yourself. Please. And that is my turn.
Alright. And so you're still.
He's jogging.
A little song in his head. Da, da, da.
Alright, so it is your turn.
Alright, so I guess I'll do Cure Wounds on myself. If that is.
1d8 plus 3.
I can't read it.
6.
6 plus 3, so 9.
That's 9 points.
Ooh, okay.
Take a deep breath.
The warm light
I'm back in my
flows
max.
into your body as the wounds start to close and the bruising starts to subside.
I look at her and go, good job. Good job.
Good
Great job.
Am I able to just like get my bow out and get ready?
You can.
Okay.
That's your bonus action, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Bonus action, get your bow out.
So the one who has been aiming miserably with his sling throws it down and pulls out a dagger and starts running towards. I'm gonna say he's gonna go towards Renfus because he sees Renfus and he's been trying to get you this whole time.
I hope he
He loves you.
He does.
Oh,
you're,
man.
You're a goblin person.
Oh, man.
You're a goblin person.
Thank you.
Just has an affinity for you.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly.
So he's gonna take a swipe with his little rusty dagger. And he basically trips over his own feet and misses you completely.
You fucking roll on that
Level
one.
2.
Can he just like land on his own dagger? Please.
I don't even
It's not a nat 1, so...
Oh, okay.
This is not this goblin's day.
Nice.
The other goblin is also going to kind of burst out of the bushes.
I love when you burst out of a bush.
Would that be an ambush?
No, go fuck yourself. We're not doing that.
And he's
Where'd
also
you
going
go
to
to
kind
my
of
board?
come and try and flank Renfus here.
Of course.
Surprise! Surprise, bitch.
And he just completely misses. He just kind of like the bush kind of gets in his way, and he's like, nah.
Oh, man. So, alright. That's my turn. So I'm looking at these goblins, and before I do anything, I look at Emerus and I'm like, these goblins are fucking stupid. So I turn around. The goblin that fell and tripped in front of me, I'm going to do dual daggers on that one.
Alright.
Alright, so first attack, a natural 2.
Mhm.
Does not hit.
Kind of like drop the dagger. Just like, these guys are stupid.
Fuck. So I'm going to try to hit with the other dagger. Natural 16 plus 4, that's 20.
And it hits.
Alrighty.
No. They're missing.
3 plus 4, that is 7 points of damage on that one.
7 is
So
just
for
your
with your offhand dagger straight into his side, let's
You said, so you said I dropped the first dagger, right?
yeah,
Is it going to be an action or a bonus action to pick that dagger
it's a
up?
bonus action.
Okay, can I use my, oh no, I did my dual attacks. Shit.
But don't you have a bonus action though?
I'll allow it.
You'll allow it? Okay, alright, so I want a bonus action to be like, you didn't see that. You didn't fucking see that. Alrighty, so, Suya's still jogging.
You finally made it back to the point. You put some pretty decent distance between you and the road. Surprisingly enough, normally it would take you an hour to return. You've reached it in about. You're almost there, so maybe another 5 minutes.
Oh, so I'm almost there.
Almost there.
So, where would I be at?
So he'd probably be coming from this way, right?
Yeah.
He's like right there? There you go.
Okay.
So he's off the board still. when
You're
you do
so close.
that. There you go. Alright, so.
With the strength of 20, you can do a great many things.
Alright, so it's Amaryllis' turn.
I would figure him running is just like a juggernaut. He gets attacked.
Oh, there
He's
you
just
go.
fast.
He
There
just
you
like
go.
takes the trees out as he
How-
goes.
You guys from a distance, you're.
I look and I'm
See
like,
trees falling.
I look over to her and go, I think our tank is coming. Alrighty.
I guess I'm just gonna try and shoot this goblin with my bow.
Do a bow.
Alright.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Okay, so I roll a 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god.
What's your dex?
Well, Dex is +1, so that would be a 7.
7.
7 does not hit.
So
This-
the
this is
goblin's
going to
kind of
be
like
jailed
fumbling around you, just recovering from your wounds. You knock your arrow back and you let it loose, and it just kind of like didn't quite get a full bend to it, so it kind of.
Yeah, that's. Why did you roll your blue one again?
Because my green one was jailed.
Oh damn.
They're talking about the little goblins.
Again, the cleric is good at healing, not good at attacking.
Oh wait, no, he's not dead yet. What am I doing?
He's
You
not
haven't
dead
killed
yet.
him yet.
No, not yet.
not dead
I attacked this one. Not
You
that
took
one.
that one.
Alright, we're gonna see what Brian will do. Next
What
time.
can Brian do for you?
God.
Alright, so this guy's gonna try his little rusty dagger again.
Oh boy.
Okay, 7.
That does not hit.
It's getting better though.
Maybe 5 turns from now he'll get like an 18.
So he just kind of like fumbles around with his dagger and kind of, you just...
Can I be like, haha, that's fun?
And then the other one, which Morales was trying so hard to shoot, is now going to also just... He's unarmed other than his sling, so he's going to try and just grapple you.
Grapple me?
Yeah, he runs after you. Just tries to... That is a strength check, so go ahead and roll.
That's strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, you better roll really good since you got a +0 on this.
Don't remind me.
Oh, that was almost
You
16.
should roll it on the table, because
What
I
did
feel
you
like
roll?
the paper just
Here, yeah, roll,
over
roll,
the
roll.
top.
Hey, you know what?
Alright.
Redo it. Roll it on the table.
Oh god. Alright, 13.
13.
Okay, so you see this goblin kind of run after you, and you just kind of like being slightly taller, and then just kind of boot it out of the way.
Damn, you must have rolled really low for it.
It
Damn,
wasn't too great.
that sucks.
No, I think he took pity.
I think you
I think
took
that's what
it.
it was.
There you go. Alrighty,
Alright,
so
so
it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
So this asshole needs to die. So I'm doing double daggers on the one because I attacked him already for 7 points of damage already. So I'm going to do double dagger. Okay, before I do that, I got a question. So if my first attack, I kill him, am I able to turn around and get the other guy since they're so close together, or is that going to be like a disadvantage attack?
Wait, what are you asking?
So I'm saying if I end up killing this guy,
Yeah.
because
No, this one's.
no,
No,
this one's flanking me.
Which is the one that went to after her? Because that one's down
Yeah,
here.
This one went after her. This one after me.
So this one, for kind of a scale comparison, so I'm going to put Renfus is here because he's flanking, and then Umbrellis is next to him, and this goblin is in front of her, but still...
So kind of like, oh, okay, that's fine. Well then, never mind. So I'll just go ahead and attack that goblin with dual daggers.
So,
So I'm gonna move
You're gonna
up.
throw the
I'm gonna
daggers
move-
at him?
No, I'm gonna move up and then attack him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw the daggers.
So you're gonna ignore the one that's flanking?
Yes, I'm gonna go
A
up.
little
and-
rusty dagger man who hasn't been doing so well anyway.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Alright, so let me go ahead and move myself up one, so that way they don't. So I am here now. And I'm going to attack this one, because that's the one that I have attacked for 7 damage already. So, first attack, oh, that's a 9.
Does not.
Alrighty, so, and then the second one, natural fucking 1.
Ha! Feel my pain. Join the one club.
Alright.
So, with you seeing that this goblin's losing all hope, you try and rally yourself to attack, but find that in the heat of the moment your grip has gotten rather sweaty and slippery, and you
God damn it.
just can't find the way. So you're kind of fumbling around with your daggers for a bit. And it looks a little comical, and the goblin's kind of
Naturally, I'll allow it. Okay.
the finally starts getting really loud as you see the shimmering night juggernaut kind of bursting through the bushes.
Alright, where's he at this point?
So he's kind of...
So he's getting into the bushes.
I'll say that he's here now.
Okay, there you go. So he's within distance. Does he have any movement at this point, or is
Go
that?
ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, okay. Alright, roll initiative.
That's
Looks like a
it's a 9
Yeah, it's a 9.
plus. So it's 11.
That's an 11. It's better than my initiative. Holy shit! I
Y'all-
can't believe I rolled the first nat 1 of this fucking game.
Both
Holy
of your initiatives are better than mine.
Oh wait, no, you technically rolled the first nat 1 on initiative.
Yep.
I forgot that.
Yep.
Okay.
Leave it to the cleric.
So, okay, my question real quick, just so that I know for my next turn. So, the daggers still break. None of them have fallen, right?
You haven't
They're
fallen. You just like
I'm just
you're trying to,
fumbling
like,
around with
your
them.
grip is
Okay,
loose.
okay, cool.
Okay, so.
So then the one that was flanking the little rusty dagger sees you move up and try and attack the other one. He notices that you're kind of have your back turned to him. So
Oh,
he's gonna
god damn it.
He's gonna try and just like give you a nice stab in the back. It's not a sneak attack because you know he's there, but
It's a backstab.
it's a backstab.
So,
Okay, this is 18.
Nah, it hits. That hits.
Wait, was it his turn? or
With you
was it
fumbling
mine?
around with your daggers, he takes his he sees his advantage and plunges his dagger straight into your back.
ouch.
That is a E4 times 2.
So the goblin
Times
is now
two.
behind him? Or?
Yeah, it's a backstab.
So he moved a little bit.
Well, he just got. That is 2 points.
Oh, what?
It's a rusty little.
Yeah. That's funny. All
You
that.
might want to get a tetanus shot.
All
after.
that, yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
my HP is okay, but I feel like I might have syphilis.
Disease.
I have syphilis at the end of it.
So
like
you're still-
raging syphilis.
Chucking through the woods, you see your two newly acquired teammates kind of not really. From your warrior perspective, it looks like they don't know what the hell they're doing.
I'm gonna.
Because you see your rogue kind of do
It's a
this and
work in
just
Yeah.
progress back.
Yeah.
I'm
And I've
told,
been laughing, and I'm like, this is a mess.
I promise this was better like 10 minutes ago.
You do see a goblin on the ground dead, so
Yeah, I'm
You
like,
know they've done something.
I'm like, okay.
so now you
Do I have a disadvantage because he's in the way to attack that one?
You can.
You can
attack the
move
one that
around
you
to
see.
get to
yeah
it.
you have a 30 you have a
You can attack the one that
yeah, you can
you
run up
see
to him if
too.
you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just I noticed the one behind him and just brush and
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
check out my double sword. Two-handed sword. It's 14. It's a
So
miss.
with your momentum, you just kind of barely miss as you try and swing. You kind of he's been listening to your chainmail chuck.
Why do
through.
goblins have 15 saving throws? What kind of goblins are these? Like hobgoblins? Fuck,
They have
man.
like really crappy leather
Kind of
armor
BS
and
is this?
plastic.
Goblins have
Oh,
leather
okay.
armor,
That's
but they're very
Nimble.
They're-
Yeah.
they're small, so they
nimble,
also
they
get
have a
us-
good perception.
Yeah.
as
They're
well.
dicks, that's what they are.
Yeah.
Fucking dicks.
Because they have a good perception and they
Why did
have
you put
good,
it that?
like, especially
Yeah.
dark vision, it's
Yeah.
they're gonna be able to be nimble.
Okay, so I missed.
So you missed just barely.
That's the third time.
Let's see. So this one is one with Amarels. So
You guys should give up on being warriors.
so again, he's gonna try and grapple you again. I'm just gonna try and lunge at you. That is a 15. So go ahead and roll for strength check.
Oh man.
Aw, 7.
So this tiny little goblin, he bear hugs you and tackles you onto the ground. He's just like, with all of his might, he's just got you in his grasp now.
Is he like on my back? Grappling?
He tackles you
It's
front.
actually down.
Yeah, he
Oh.
He's on your front.
yeah.
Oh, he was on the front.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, damn.
Alright.
Alright.
And then the next one that see was so gallantly trying to strike at, kind of looks at him and he takes his little rusty dagger, kind of looks at Suya, looks at his dagger, and he books it.
Oh, so he's
God
leaving.
damn it. Well, he tries to, right?
He tries to, so he's like, no, this fucking armored dude with a giant sword, I ain't about that shit.
I ain't having that shit.
Here's how with these two.
You roll up, he's like, no.
So he's like 30 feet away because of nimble or escape, or
Yeah, he's out.
He's off the board,
He's off
basically.
the board.
but he's just 30 feet away though.
Yeah.
I can still.
There you go.
I can still hit him.
Yeah.
They have that special nimble escape
Yeah.
where they can take disengage or hide. That's actually.
Damn, okay.
Also, I can hit him then.
You
No,
can
he's
hit the
gone.
other one.
Yeah, so you can hit the other one. Keep going.
Well, I would say.
Wait,
he's-
is that
I
the
mean,
one?
you could. It depends how far your reach is with like your axe. And
Wait, is
I
stuff,
have a
but-
is that
crossbow.
the one?
That's why.
I mean,
Yes.
if you have the
Oh,
range
hell
to hit
no,
him,
don't
it
hit it.
depends.
Because I have 30 feet
He'll
to
kill him
120
and
feet.
me.
But obviously, the 120 is the disadvantage. 30 feet is the. Let's say it's still good. That's what I'm saying. How far is he?
I will say that through the trees and everything like that, when your turn comes around, you can roll for ranged attack with disadvantage.
No, okay, never mind. Okay. Makes sense.
All right, and so I think that brings it to. So the goblin books it, and then
The other goblin grapples.
grapples.
He's grappling me, yeah.
So now it's Greg's turn.
So that's great.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Fun with goblins.
He's so good at hiding, we don't know where he went.
Yeah, your rogue has disappeared. He saw his opportunity to book it, so he did.
And the goblin booked it, so should I.
Our rogue had no loyalty.
That awkward moment when it's your rogue's turn and you can't
Oh
find it.
man, I thought it was his turn. Shit. All right, so it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that goblin's gone, right?
And the other one is grappling me.
Well, he's currently like booking it through the woods.
He's looking at the woods. Okay, but he's off the board at this point, right? Okay. So the one that's grappling under us, I'm going to try to redeem myself and do dual daggers to try to kill the goblin on top of her.
If you hurt me, I'm going to make you regret it.
Alright, I will say, because he's currently on top of her, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay. Yeah, because his back was still beating me, so that should be good. All right, so first attack. 11 plus 4 is 15.
That hits.
Yes. Remember, I already have 7 damage on this boy. That is 3 plus 1. That's 7 points of damage.
Again.
So, as he's grappled on top of Amaryllis and she's struggling, you just kind of straight into his back and you coughs up a little bit of blood on your face. And
That's gross.
he just kind of lumps like full weight on you.
I was about to say, if he's dead, I'm going to throw him off.
Okay.
I'll just throw him
Ugh.
off. Ugh.
Get
Alright.
it.
Well,
Wipe
that
my
didn't
face.
go according to plan.
So that one's
Did you want
dead
to try to
then,
do that
or?
roll?
Yeah, I'll use my crossbow
Wait, is that one dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
on the one that's trying to run away.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All
So
right.
I roll 2 d20s and use the lowest one, right?
Yep.
Here we go.
They're both going to be 20. So
Here we go.
what did I say? A 4.
Oh.
Well, it's a 9, but
So take your crossbow, hit, just
misses.
smacks right into a tree.
Alright. Well, I lost the bolt.
Well,
Okay.
So,
And I turn around to Brandon. So what I miss?
Well, clearly there was goblins here, and obviously the goblins totally got the jump on us, even though they technically didn't. I just want them to think they got the jump on us.
I had a feeling like I was waiting there for a long time.
Listen, I went the wrong way. I'm gonna straight up admit it. I went the wrong way. We didn't know if you went directly through the goblin camp and just annihilated all of them, or no. I have no idea what was going on. Yeah. So, but we're here now, and I mean, I guess we should try to head out to the tower then. At that point.
Okay.
All right.
you guys still see that clearly trekked out path that some of the goblins have made through the carnage that's left behind.
Right.
So you kind of make your way through the woods. More or less, you don't run across anything else.
Okay.
You do eventually come to a clearing of the woods, but you're still kind of in it, and there's kind of a bit of a clearing, mostly tall brush.
Right.
It kind of has a pushed down path into it that leads into another treed area, and you can see just inside the treed area a dilapidated, slightly leaning old watchtower that It's caked in moss.
So apparently this looks like this might be the watchtower. When was the last time they used this fucking watchtower?
It is very old.
That is... Clearly there's no department to try to restore any of these.
Speaking of which, what information did you get from the town?
Well... God, I'm trying to remember. My notes. So... Okay, I was trying to touch up on my notes for a moment, so I'll see these. Well, this is absolutely the watchtower. They said this thing's been abandoned. I don't know how long, but this thing's been abandoned. I got to talk to one of the guards that actually did follow the group, and while he couldn't get out an exact number, he says that the goblins come in and out, and they've estimated between 15 and 20 of them are around this area. So, clearly, as we saw earlier, they think they're experts at disguise. So, I don't know if we have a full idea of how they work. I don't know.
We lure them out.
Yeah. You want to lure them out?
Lure them out.
What do you
I'll
think?
be the bait, but you stay in the shadows. This is where you shine.
Hmm?
They'll probably be too scared of you. You're too intimidating.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be in front of them. I'll just be the one making noises so they
Well,
come out. But you're gonna.
I have an idea. Because they seem to be stealing things. What if, like, we gave you something, like you had something that they wanted to take, which would help lure them out. Because they're probably thinking, well, he's a big guy, but if we've got like 20 of us, at least we could try to get enough people to try to take him out. But like, we're hidden, and they don't know.
What do we have that's valuable that they might want to steal though at the moment?
That's...
We always have coin.
That is very true.
It's shiny.
Just show up the coin
Like a pocket of coin, and then what I do is I pull out my pouch of
so just make noises.
78 gold pieces, and I just say, I think this is a hefty amount. I think this is something they'd want to try to steal. But what we can do, because, let's be honest, I don't actually want to part with this coin, we can fill this with something that isn't a coin, and make them think that it's the coin.
Well, do you guys have anything like that?
Good question.
I look through and I remember that I had 1,000 ball
Yeah.
bearings.
Yeah.
So I look at Studio and I go,
Good, because I have no.
I actually have quite the thing. And I reach into the backpack that I have, the one backpack I have, and I pull out all of these fucking ball bearings.
Oh, that's right. You have like a bunch of backpacks.
1,000 ball bearings. I say, these are 1,000 ball bearings. I think with a little touch up, we can make this look like a fuckload of gold.
Okay.
Have them think that they're coming out to get gold. Maybe even, I don't know, set some of them as a trap. But have a majority of them with us, make them think it's gold, and then we get the jump on them.
Okay.
But the only thing that concerns me, though, is that number of 15 to 20.
Well, you said the villagers set that as an estimate.
That is an estimate. That could be
They're
more.
not counting the ones that we killed.
But what they're also not counting is maybe the ones that are still hiding out in whatever camp that they got to.
So I say we lure out as many as we can.
Is there a way?
If there's a huge amount, we don't engage.
How
We just-
about if we lure out just a couple that we know that we can handle,
we take out?
we take them out. Or if we lure out way too many, we book it to the city because we know that those villagers are there for blood.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put people who are gonna get in my way into battle because they're just villagers. They're not gonna do much.
Right.
And besides, you want more blood on your hands?
You guys hear some screaming and screeching echoing through the woods. Sounds like goblin activity is starting to peak in the tower.
In the tower.
So there's someone in the tower?
You hear screeching, like goblins screeching?
Like goblins screeching, like goblins, when they are.
They're waking up.
Can I look up at the tower and see if I can
Roll perception.
Alrighty, let's see if I can understand what's going on right now. Perception. Alrighty. +2.
You see with
So
your
19.
elf eyes.
my half elven eyes. What do I say?
You see that through the cracks and holes in the wall, you see a couple of goblins kind of peering through them, looking around, and making their way down what looks like there could be a staircase. And you see the door through the trees open up, and a couple of goblins are now exiting.
How many goblins specifically do I know?
You see 4 exit.
4 goblins exiting.
They're starting to make their way out of like the narrow tree line and into the field of.
So they're not heading. Are they heading our way or
They're heading your way.
They're heading our way. Well, looks like we got 4 more heading our way.
Do you want to draw?
Yeah, do you want to draw it, Bryce? So
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, draw what we got right now.
And then
Remember, kids, stay in art class.
There you
Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna say that now this is the tree line here for you guys, kind of, like I said, foliage and whatnot. And then there's that kind of open field. It's just like, it looks like maybe it was farmed for timber long ago, but now it's just weeds and things like that in
Right.
the middle. And there's this other tree line, and then just inside the tree there's the tower spanning right here.
So there's the tower
That's
right
a
there.
big tower.
The goddamn big tower.
Yeah. Folds over to the next page here, and then you guys are kind of. You guys just kind of parked right here.
We're parked right here. And then where are the 4 goblins coming from?
So currently they are exiting. So you've got 4 goblins.
So kind of like in a formation.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they see us yet?
It looks like someone has spotted you, and it looks like they are headed for a beeline in your direction. Each of them have scimitars at the ready.
How the hell?
Would I?
You guys forget this is a tower and you guys are just standing there making a lot of
Yeah, but that's a tree line.
yeah, we're
in
like
a
the
forest.
orange trees.
Yeah, but it's a forest. That's what I'm saying. Is that it's a forest. It's not like open land.
You said that
there's
you
tall brush is what he said.
You said that we were like
You said
saw
you
it.
said
I
there's
thought
a
that was
tree
where the
line
tower
and there's a
was.
forest.
There's the tree line, and then there's a tower, but
When he was saying the wheat fields or whatever, that's like near the
to
tower.
keep an eye on things. So the goblins that are on the top, that are centuries, noticed you guys.
So they noticed us in the forest. But we weren't in the open land, though.
No, you're in the forest, but because it's so high.
Okay, then I'm gonna call your bluff then, and I'm gonna hide behind a fucking tree and wait for them to get there and do a sneak attack on them.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You
I'll
never
just,
phrase
at
it
this
as
point, I'm just gonna.
I am, because he's calling bullshit and I'm calling bullshit. So here we go.
Let's do it.
So
I'm
I'm
hiding
gonna.
behind a fucking
going
tree.
to
Let's
die.
go.
So
Because we weren't in a field, we were in a forest.
So we'll go
We
with
are
them.
going to die.
I think they noticed us, so I think plan B is they're gonna come after us, and we think their numbers will win. So I'll be in the front lines. You just be ready in the shadows.
Yeah, I'll just. I'm already making my way to a tree.
If whatever,
and having grabbing my 2 daggers
Yeah.
ready and listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just
he's
gonna
gonna
go.
be in the shadows, and I'm ready.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll stealth.
Let's roll stealth. What's my stealth? Oh, perfect. That's good, right? plus 3. My
That's-
stealth is 15.
That's not
Okay.
perfect.
It's not perfect, but it's not bad.
Hold on, make it better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's.
I was sitting there like, well,
Yeah,
this is an illusion.
This is not me arguing with the DM. It's just we were in a forest, and then they spotted us, but we were in the forest still. So that's why I was questioning how could they have seen us in a watchtower if the watchtower was looking over
Yeah, because when you
the
just see the
field,
tops of
not
the
the
trees.
forest. Yeah,
But I don't know.
yeah, that was my question.
Because, like,
Yeah.
when you guys are in the
Because
in
when
the
I think
forest
of that,
here,
you're just going to see the
got some
tops of the
trees.
trees.
and then there's the other trees here, but the watchtower is pretty tall, so he's up here.
I mean, it's still daylight out. You
Yeah.
guys have
It's like
shiny
you're-
armor on. You guys are making a lot of noise. Forests do carry noises.
But
They haven't for sure spotted you guys. They
They
just
just
noticed
seen
that
it.
there's
They
something
notice.
there.
Okay,
There's
okay.
something in there.
Well,
So
that-
But they're
that's-
making a beeline
the-
towards your location because that's what they.
Okay, well,
I mean, it
You're
basically.
getting
now-
goblins. They have better sight.
I know that, but the way that you're saying it is like we're walking in a forest and they immediately see, oh, there's a human, a half elf, and a halfling right together.
not-
Yeah, no,
Okay.
the
Okay.
one
All right.
because they just sent out 4 right now.
I mean, you guys are also talking wildly about your plans.
well,
to
they're not
track
going to hear
them.
that. But I
No.
rolled a perception on the sentry goblin, and he did notice it. So I rolled a 20.
Well, either way, we wanted to learn somehow, so it's going to work according to our plan.
So let's see, like this kind of a tree line here,
So we're all just basically hiding behind trees.
and then yeah, I'll make
I'm
it-
hiding behind a
Oh,
tree.
He is.
He's.
You could hide too if you want.
If you want to
Yeah,
hide,
I'm
you can.
just, yeah.
If you want to hide with
I'm
him.
just going to grab my morning star and be ready.
That's fine.
Because we've seen how well I am with my bow.
Yeah, you're not good with your bow.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
Okay, so where are we at then?
So you said you're going to be hiding behind a tree?
He and I are.
Okay. The little
Yeah.
circle things are trees. So which tree are we hiding behind?
Which direction are the
They're
goblins
coming
going
from this section.
Yeah.
So they're coming-
Okay, so
Alright, so I want to. So is this a tree as well?
That's like a shrub.
Well, just
Okay.
put your thing. We have enough space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Just put it on behind over there.
I'm going to be
which tree?
hiding behind this tree.
The middle one, right here.
Yeah.
Right in the middle?
No, this one on the
Oh,
side.
this one. Okay.
Yeah, this one.
But they're coming this way. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll just be
You'll just be like right in front right here.
in front of them. And then
Be in
you-
defense mode. You've activated my
Alright.
trap card.
Where do you want to
I'd have to get closer if it's with my morning star instead of my bow.
Are you also
You can flank on the other
you're also trying
Huh?
to...
You
What?
can flank. You can flank on the other. On
Are
the
you
other
trying to
tree
stealth?
right here.
Which one?
Are you good? Are you trying to stealth, or you just?
Or just like right next to it, right there.
Well, I mean, like, my morning star needs to be. You need to be a little closer for me to use it. It's not like I'm going to be able to have a
Are you
range
going to be
bow
open with C, or are you going to be like behind a tree, kind of waiting for him?
behind a tree. Yeah.
You have to roll.
So go ahead and roll stealth.
Oh man. Do I even have stuff? Oh, okay.
Whoa!
my
natural
God.
20!
Nice.
Nice.
So without anyone even really noticing,
Holy
the cleric
shit.
disappears and rolls.
I look around and be like,
The only 20 I'll ever roll.
I look around and I whisper, "Did you see where Amarilla's went?"
I like you. I like the brown one.
Could have done it better myself.
Okay.
Are we rolling initiative now?
No,
We haven't attacked yet.
because the goblins are entering the forest right now. So you kind
Oh.
of see them kind of running in. They notice Sia right away. So now we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
Now we do.
Alright, now we roll initiative.
Oh my god, I got a 20 again!
Nice.
Two nat 20s.
Alright.
And I got a natural 1.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Okay. Well, it's okay because you're sneaky. You just strike whenever
At
you
least,
can open
at
it.
least I rolled a nat 1 on
See what you
initiative.
15.
Wait, what's your initiative bonus?
My initiative bonus, it's natural 1, but
Oh,
still,
yeah,
plus
that's right.
4 is 5.
5.
But even then, yeah.
At least I rolled my nat 1 on my initiative and not on like an attack or anything like that. Alright, I'm bringing up the rear.
Here's my question:
That's
when a
scary.
rogue is a sneak and they attack
I get sneak attack if I attack.
Yeah,
somebody.
you can sneak attack.
Unless they
they
spot me, then yeah.
Does that sneak go away if one goblin spots him, or does he go back into sneak mode after
I
a
think
hit?
If one goblin, if not the goblin that he's attacking notices him, then...
If I'm attacking a goblin, yeah, if one goblin notices me, but I go to attack a different goblin that doesn't know that I'm there, I still get it.
For
if
that one.
If I go to attack the goblin...
Basically, he can shout out that he's there. He's gonna make noise that he saw somebody.
Also, obviously, kill the one.
The one
But
I
if
see
you-
that, yeah.
Okay, so as long as the one stays.
Make sure something else isn't gonna see you when you're trying to kill another.
So okay.
I can't... I'm not using this dice anymore. I'm going to my green one.
It's kind of like divinity.
Yeah.
When if you get noticed, right, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm still sitting at a nice 13 HP.
Wait, that means that great.
Hey, guess what?
You
I
could
used
actually-
Cure Wounds,
when
so
we're
you're
fighting
gonna have
enemies,
to
right?
wait it out, buddy.
When
I'm
we're
about to
fighting,
say, I don't have a potion.
when we're fighting enemies,
You're gonna have a rough time, buddy.
you could, and when you're in the open, walk behind them,
Sure.
so you can backstab them.
Flank them, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so both Amaryllis and one of the goblins.
Oh boy, okay.
These guys here. So, goblin number 1 notices see you right away, so he's gonna come up to see you. Oops, I don't know why I put R.
Ren, do you have a doppelganger?
I hope not.
Alright, red one, like, died.
Already?
Yeah.
How in the world?
I don't know.
Walmart.
Yeah, true.
Fair point.
Yeah, because they're green goblins.
It's like we.
Green goblins, exactly. So G1, okay, so he's gonna come here.
I thought it was red.
I thought they were green.
Yeah, or whatever.
We've just been putting the enemies
I've been
as
looking.
red.
I've been imagining them as green little goblins.
I've just been imagining them as Willem Dafoe
Like-
from the
Yeah,
first
like
Tobey
that.
Maguire Spider-Man movie.
like brownish.
Or whatever.
This is
Oh,
So
that's the first one. You said there was 4, no? Or just
yeah,
one?
Just one is
One
there
notices
so far.
you.
Oh, what an idiot!
What?
He's gonna come up, scimitar in hand.
your reference. That's what you're fighting.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he's gonna take a good swipe at Sue. And rolls a 19.
What's your armor class?
16.
Yeah, he hits.
That hits
yeah,
you.
he hits.
But I have heavy armor master, which I believe. What kind of attack is it? A slashing?
It's a slashing.
I have +3 defense against that.
Okay.
So
So with that.
whatever your damage is, subtract 3 on it. I believe.
Okay. That is.
Is that a feat of yours? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Damn, dude.
Okay.
That took a minute.
So it took a. So it lands a solid blow, but with your mastery, you kind of drop your arm as the sword kind of just scales across the chainmail, and you take no damage.
Nice. There you go.
Alright. Now for Amaryllis.
Is there any of them near me, or is it just that one?
just
Currently, the first one was just booking it up to see what the hell it was that they were making a ruckus about. And so the other 3 are still in the field, kind of running up to the woods.
So none of them are near you right now.
Am I able to just hold my action until one gets close?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
What action are you gonna hold?
An attack.
So, the next goblin's gonna run into the woods. He's gonna make his way.
So he just skips me, or what?
No, there's another one.
Yeah,
Right.
So there's 4 in total.
Yeah, I know, but like the first one is right there.
Yeah, he's gonna actually.
There are 3 more
he's gonna
with
come
it.
into
So I know
the
there's 3 more, but I'm saying like, why would it just pass it? Okay, whatever. Just do what you're doing.
So he's actually gonna come around and he's gonna.
I'm thinking like divinity. Oh, it's only him. Just gather the group up on him, you know.
These guys are a little bit smarter. So he's just gonna kind of run
Yeah.
into the woods, and try and actually hide.
He's gonna try.
Hide right there.
He just kind of like sits in a bush.
But you notice he totally does.
He's very noticeable.
It's like a 2-year-old
Do I?
playing hide and seek.
If I'm like
So,
trying to,
so he's not in stealth then. He's just.
He's just
He
there.
he's just there. That's what you mean, bro?
He tried his best.
So he's not in stealth. He's just there.
Well, yeah, he's like crouched in a bush.
So we can still see him, right? You said what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
He tried his
Like
best.
he thinks he's hidden.
He
but
thinks
not.
he's it, but he's not. Okay.
so it's not as smart as we thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
And see, it is your turn.
okay.
Wait,
so
hold on.
now-
What about? Or am I?
Well, because there was the goblin at 20s in Amaryllis, and then the goblin who tried to hide, and then Sue. Because your initiative was 5, right?
Oh no, yeah,
Yeah, 'cause you
no.
rolled
I
a
just,
one.
I just didn't know if he had already. No, that was him stepping out before initiative. Okay, yeah, go ahead. I just was
Oh.
confused for a moment. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh. Swing my head with greatsword on the scimitar goblin.
Alright.
I hope that goblin stays hidden because I got.
Is it the first one or the second one?
It's the goblin G1.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
That's a 9.
He,
No, it's a-
he
yeah, it's a
rolled a
nine.
4
A 9.
and
Well, at least it's not a nat
plus
one.
5.
He kind of sees the blade coming and whips out of the way. Alright. Any other action?
I'll step back a little bit.
Come on in, buddy.
You know, like in the middle.
So next goblin is
So,
going to run in at Suda as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Actually, we're going for the red one.
the red one died.
Yeah, so just put G2 on
It was
this
an
one.
honorable
Because
death.
that one's in the bush hiding.
Why do I keep trying to...
What are you trying to do?
This one's G3 and this one is
G2.
G2.
Okay.
Just
So that
wait
one's
till we
just
get
in,
the G4.
so G3's right here.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. He was he's coming after you, so he's
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
So he's in front of me now.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he's gonna be-
Okay.
And with Scimitar, he's gonna try and take a nice swing at you. And it doesn't even hit. It's just
Just in front of
yeah,
us.
just
Okay.
Just a tad bit short.
and then finally the last goblin is gonna make his way in as well. And this one is gonna come around this side here and go after Sia as well. And this one is also armed with Scimitar. And he tries to take a nice swing, but just misses as you jump from the first one, jump from the second one, sword in hand.
Okay.
And then finally we come to our rogue.
Alrighty. So, questions. Questions I got before I go on ahead and choose my text. So this one is hiding.
Hiding.
Did I notice him jump into that bush?
You do.
Yeah, you know. We all
You're
know
right
that.
there.
We all noticed that he jumped in the bush. So this so that's
So
that's
it's
common
G2.
too. Okay, I'm going to do a sneak attack on him.
Nice.
I'm going to do my dual daggers, but I'm assuming the sneak attack's just going to be on the first attack. Or is it gonna
The
be
sneak attack adds a 6 die roll to the attack, right?
Yeah. Is it just going to be on the first attack, or would it be on both attacks?
I believe it's on the first.
Just the first attack?
Yeah, because
Okay.
after the first attack, if you
Did
hit
he know
it,
she knows
you're
it's
there.
there?
Sneak, and then the sneak goes away. You're just gonna stab him with that.
And even if you miss, it'd probably be like, what was that?
Yeah, sneak attack. I get to add 1d6 to my damage. Okay, so
Yeah.
first of all, let's roll.
It hits.
Oh man, 11 plus 4, that is 15.
Alright, it hits.
Yes!
Yay.
Alrighty, so I get to do.
Kill him so he doesn't.
Let's do it.
Do you
Alright,
do 2 of
so.
those?
2 plus 4,
6
that's 6.
plus.
Plus 2, that's 8.
That was just your first dagger, right?
That's just my first dagger, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 8, and then
So what happens when
my
he gets
second
Second.
attack. 13 plus 4, that's 17.
hit?
Alrighty.
For your first sneak attack, how do you want to do this?
Oh
What?
shit! So
Wait, what?
I'm about to murder.
He's about to kill one.
So
No, but here, I don't get it, bro. Like
he basically I'm gonna spin around and I see that stupid fucking goblin, and I'm just going to not jump, but I'm just going to do like a lunge forward, and I just want to get him right in the neck,
and then like cleave forward.
Alright, so you spin around from this tree, you notice this goblin just kind of like hunched like he's some sort of like, great spy or something. You run up to him, just plunge in, rip his whole throat out in one swell swoop. And you take your dagger, just lop the whole head off.
Nice.
So
Cool.
he's dead.
He's gone. Dude, rogues.
Oh my fucking god, he's fucking dead.
Oh my fucking god, he fucking dead. Alright, so I jumped in front.
So
So
they're
if I'm
free.
doing that, he's still in sneak mode though, right? Because he's dead. The other one? Or how does that work? Because that's where.
My question is, do I have any more movement or
You still
Did
have-
you move?
Yeah, your bonus action.
my bonus action? Okay, bonus action.
Right. So he's
Bonus-
still sneak mode.
bonus-
Yeah, you can go back and you can just
Bonus action.
Oh, he has to go back to sneak mode.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, okay.
Bonus action. I'm gonna jump back behind the tree,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna stay there and wait for, and then obviously wait until my next turn, but wait for if anyone else gets close to the area, and then whenever I decide to, when it's my turn again, I'll go ahead and hit him again.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for stealth.
Roll for stealth.
That's better.
16 plus 3, that's 19.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, stealth 3, 19.
Okay. So, Amarellis, what is your go again?
They're still a little far away from me.
No,
aren't
you
they?
could reach it. You could reach this one.
You
I
can
think.
do-
You have a movement, a bonus action, and an attack.
Well, because I'm holding my attack, right?
Yeah.
I guess I'll get closer to the fourth one and try to just hit it.
Okay.
Oh no.
At least it's not a natural one.
I know, but what happened
So-
to my 20s?
With the foliage underfoot as you make your approach to the goblins, he turns around and notices you and takes a jump back as you swing at him.
Crap.
And then the goblin, which is currently locked with Sia, he's going to take another swing at him with the scimitar's arm. And he misses.
Damn, thank God these
So
goblins.
he's going to
do
kind
this.
of take a few steps back and kind of double hand it and get ready for his next attack. Okay, Sia, that is your turn now.
Okay, so I'll go for the front one in front of me.
Alright.
G3.
Great sword.
Yeah, G3.
You're doing are you doing great weapon master, or are you just
2 damage. Huh?
Yeah, he's got
great? Great,
Yeah,
great
great
sword. Nice. Come on.
Oh,
So
it was
real
420.
quick, I can hit again.
guys.
Rip.
Or if I kill him now, I can hit again. 20.
What?
You rolled a 15.
Okay, so 15 plus 1.
Not natural 20.
No, not
You
natural
did
20.
roll 20.
I would say natural 20. It's just, I just do the math right away.
15
yeah.
plus 5.
So it's 20.
Alright, that hits.
So it's a 2d6. 2d6.
Is it 2d6 or 2d8?
It's 2d6 for a great sword. Because the great axe is 1d12.
Ah.
Makes sense.
And here we go. Oh! Do you have any additional stuff? So it's
No, it's just 9.
It's just
Alright. So, cleave his arm straight off. You're kind of like. And then just kind of flops over in a bleeding mess.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
He's
Oh, he's
dead.
dead? So I
So
get-
G3 is done.
So then, if I kill them that turn, I get an extra attack then.
You are correct, sir.
Damn.
So I will aim for this one.
Goblin number 4.
Yep.
Please save my ass. Cause I done fucked up.
So 20.
Again.
Shit, alright.
Damn.
Damage.
There we go.
6.
Oh.
Cleaving the other one's arm off, you whip around, you cleave into the other one. He kind of notices his friend, so you get him straight across the chest, and he kind of like takes a step back, and he's bleeding profusely. And he's still standing.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I move a little bit closer now. Like to in front of him, because he kind of stepped back, right? So I move right in front of him now.
He's gonna try and bloodily run back to the tower. So his movement speed is half, so he's just kind of like flopping.
So he's trying to flee?
He's trying to run. So
He's trying to get the hell out of there.
Huh?
He's gonna try to inform his friends.
But is it his turn yet? Already?
Well, he's a nimble escape, so he.
Oh,
he
nimble
disengages,
escape.
he can do-
You gotta
That's
get
what
him.
that is.
But-
That's why they keep fleeing when they're in danger.
You gotta get him.
But since he is bleeding profusely, I'll say that you have an attack advantage on him.
So that means I can attack him
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
good. Yeah, you can attack him.
Well, an attack of opportunity. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Hey,
go.
that's what I was looking for.
Attack of opportunity. There you go.
So
Remember,
I roll a 20, right?
Yep.
Oh no,
Oh,
a 9.
that's a
9.
9
Plus
plus 5 is
14.
14.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah, she just barely missed him as he
no.
starts.
Goddamn.
Alright.
But he doesn't get very far, does he? Or
No,
does?
he's bleeding pretty profusely, so he's like maybe 10 feet from you now.
Oh.
So, like in a next turn, you can just run up to him at that point and just like.
Or somebody
Try
else
and
could
get him.
try to go
That's
after
very
him.
true.
G1 and G4 is the ones that are left.
Yep.
Alright. So he's gonna run up.
Which one?
Which one?
G1.
Okay, he's gonna run up where?
He's gonna run up to
To me, right? Yeah.
Or you know what? Yeah, he's gonna run up to C. And with all the action that's going on, he just kind of takes a step back and he just swings, but he just misses, a little disheartened from the look of his other goblin friend there.
There you go.
He misses completely.
The
Damn.
morale is down.
Yeah, morale is down.
Damn.
Alright, and Renfus.
Memphis. Alrighty. So I noticed Goblin 1 going after Surya.
Yeah, so he's right here next to me. So
I loop around the tree, run up, and dual dagger, sneak attack.
Alright.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
so much for that.
Right, here we go. Alright,
Sneak
so
attack under the couch.
first attack is 14 plus 4, that'd be 18.
It hits.
Alrighty. So that would also be sneak attack damage as
That
well?
would be sneak attack.
Alright, so that's 3 plus 4, that's 7. 7
Plus-
plus 2, that's 9
Yo.
for the first attack.
Oh boy.
That's a kill.
That's a kill.
That's a kill. Fuck
You
yes.
flip around, you see him, you just run up right into the back, twist the dagger.
Okay, so
It
he's going.
spills out of his back as
So that was just the first attack then, right? So I still have the second attack technically?
I mean, he's already dead.
He's already dead.
No, I say that's not the second attack.
You just stabbed the
here's
corpse.
here's the question. Here's the question I'm gonna have. So I pull the dagger away.
Can
Would you allow me to start? Do I have enough movement to book it to the guy running and attack him on the bonus action, or would you not allow that?
I will say that you do have a movement, yes.
Alright, so I can have the movement and then I can use my second attack to stab him and try to knock him out. Alright.
I won't say that you have a second attack, but you definitely run up to him.
Okay.
You can get closer.
You can go back to sneak mode.
Ooh,
You never know if more reinforcements are on the way.
that's true. Like, if I had the ability to get him, I would. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is, there's the bushes here, and then they're here. So I'm actually going to move, like, to the tree close to Amaryllis, and, I'm
Get ready.
I'm not gonna hide. I'm just gonna get next to Amaryllis, so I'm sitting next to the tree, and just prepping.
But she's not in stealth mode anymore.
No, I know
No,
she's not.
she's like fucked up.
And I'm not in stealth either.
Yeah.
I'm just getting next to her, and I'm getting prepped so that when I have an opportunity, I can try to run after him and attack him.
Okay.
So that's all I'm doing at this point. So I'm not trying to be sneaky at this point because I want that fucker to die.
See, it's your go again.
Oh.
My goblin's probably about 20 feet away now. He's pretty much in the clearing now.
So he's in the field though.
Yeah, he's in the field.
But
He's like in the middle of the field.
what's your movement?
It's 30 feet.
So you could get to him and try to attack him, couldn't you?
Hand axe.
Oh shit! He's looking at the hand axe. There we go.
Doesn't he have like 2 of those?
But I can only throw one, right?
Yeah.
It's just in case I lose one or something.
That's true. That's true.
It's 1d. Oh wait. So
You gotta roll to attack. Yeah.
come on, crit.
Come on.
That's
11.
16.
That still hits.
That hits.
Oh, come on. Oh, here we go.
It's always when you're trying to crit.
I mean, I wasn't trying to crit at that point. I was just trying to kill him. No.
It's always yes.
So wait, I took Yeah, he has HPs.
Yeah, he has.
So I throw it.
So it clips him a good chunk out of his side, and he's just kind of like limping. He kind of falls on the ground. He's still trying to crawl his way back to the tower.
He's still technically alive.
He's still technically alive.
God
At this point,
damn
they're
it.
alerted at this point.
God.
I was trying to not show my presence, because if I go in the open field, they're gonna spot me right away. Can you shoot him with the arrow?
I'd have to use an action to switch weapons because I have my Morning Star.
Yeah, but that's the action. But if you switch action, you can still attack, right?
Would that
That's
work?
what I did right now. I mean, I just used my hand axe.
Or I could run to him.
Or you could run if you.
You can run clear. Yeah.
The goblin stops moving.
Oh shit.
That's
The goblin's
creepy.
dead.
The goblin's died.
Oh, good.
Yes,
So where I'm standing, I'm like,
Okay, so erase
oh, thank
that one.
fuck.
running.
Erase that one then.
Alright,
So he's
so
dead.
goblins are dead.
He literally killed Ever.
All goblins
died.
are dead at this point. Alright. So now that I see that happening, I stop, and before I move any further,
What languages do you speak?
Oh my god. I have like 7 of them.
What?
yeah, she knows 7 first.
She picked a linguist.
Nice.
What language do they speak?
Well, you gotta get
Goblin?
them.
Goblin?
I don't know Goblin.
Oh, right.
I know Gnomish. That doesn't help.
You hear from the cut across the field.
I looked at them and say, I don't know what they're saying, but they don't sound happy.
That's not a friendly sound.
No,
Did
no,
it ever sound happy?
no, they never. Not in the least.
To be fair, we don't know.
Emerging from the tower after seeing their compadre just kind of like take an axe in the back.
But then I see who it was, so.
They had no idea who it was. They just saw an axe kind of. So now,
Well,
3 more goblins exit the tower,
Oh,
My steady, so
and 2 larger figures
what?
exit as well.
So I'll hit them, you sneak, kill them, finish them off.
We don't even know what they are.
I don't even know what the fuck these things are.
We don't have time to worry.
They could be
We have to-
giants
we have
for all
to-
we know.
We have to.
You're gonna kill us in the first
They're
episode.
still medium size. They're just much
Larger
larger
than
than
the
the goblin.
Right.
I am a smaller build. Everything is large.
I should probably go back into stealth for sure.
Yeah. Am I able to sneak behind one of the trees to prep myself, or am I still in the open at this point?
Because
I think you're still hidden.
Oh, I'm still technically hidden. Okay, well then I'm still technically hidden. There we go.
I thought you.
can I go into
I
stealth?
thought you came out of hiding when you moved.
Oh yeah, I technically did.
Yeah, because you and I aren't stealth anymore.
Okay,
Like,
so
I'm not out in the
you just see
open,
them-
but I'm not hiding in a tree.
We'd have to reroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I can I mean at the thing of a reroll, can I like sneak up onto a tree
You
and
can.
try to say, alright.
It's an acrobatics. Yeah, I would say acrobatics.
Is that
climb into a tree?
No, I'm not climbing into a tree.
Oh.
I'm saying I'm sneaking behind a tree.
Oh,
He's trying to get
This
back
is
to the
stealth.
stealth, basically.
So that's 3. That's 10 plus 3. That's
13.
not the greatest. Not the
You're kind of
worst.
like half hidden.
Depends on their perception of me. That's the.
You got the obvious foot sticking out from behind the tree. They can't see me.
They might just think it's a disemboweled foot.
If they're dumb, yeah.
If
Just
they're-
don't move it. Ever. That doesn't look like one of ours.
You guys see these 3 goblins kind of rush out the door, and these
Okay.
2 larger, almost kind of goblin-looking figures also emerge. They have with them, they have a morning star, as well as a shield.
Ah,
They're copying me. How dare.
shit.
That's
Oh.
just rude.
But they're coming out of the tower, right?
Yeah.
But they're heading to our direction.
Yeah, the goblins are charging it across the field now, and the other 2 are just kind of like lumbering through, like along, so they're walking.
Okay, I'll try to go into stealth.
Alright, so you're gonna kind of fall back in the woods and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
So basically,
Can we all do that?
Yeah, you did it last turn. You went to stealth. So 16. I have 2 stealth, so 18.
Why did you guys stealth better than me?
I got 19.
She got a natural 19.
18.
Dude, she does not want to be found. That's the thing.
No, that's true.
So I'm
I mean, have
right
you
here.
seen how well I attack?
Yeah, that's right.
Don't look at me.
How much was yours?
18.
Damn. Oh wait, stealth was 19 plus 1, so I got a 20.
Technically, it's 20.
Technically, it's 1.
Me
Just
and my
not a
dumb
natural.
fucking visible foot, and then you two just sneak away.
They can't see me.
What is it like?
Roll for initiative.
Initiative roll.
I got a 6. There
we're
were
not. It's not natural, but it is a 20. I am.
It's
20.
unnatural.
Unnatural 20.
Basically.
I got a 6.
Oh,
14.
Man.
I'm at the bottom again.
Damn. You were like me
I
in the
went from
last
the top
match.
and I went back
You were
down
like
to
me
the
in the
bottom.
last battle, dude.
Can't do it.
This is like boss battle at this point, I guess.
Boss battle and none of us have potions.
Yeah, none of us have fucking potions. We should have gotten potions.
I have a healer's kit, it just doesn't do anything when we're in a battle.
Alright.
Downtime, yes.
So, once again, the goblins make their way into the woods,
Oh boy.
coming after you guys. None of them, however, have noticed you guys.
You stealth just
Wow, I
enough.
stealthed just enough. Holy shit.
As long as they don't see your foot.
So we're just right there.
Just don't let them look down.
Are the big ones?
Huh?
Oh,
The
they're
other
not-
ones are
they're-
further back. They're just
They're
going-
kind of slow, huh?
Yeah. There's like, bitch.
Bitch.
Man, no one, bitch.
Okay. Oh, and so I wrote down goblins. Yours was 18.
Huh? Yeah.
Your initiative.
Yeah, your initiative was
No,
18.
Yours
no.
was
Wait,
20.
wait.
No, it was
No,
14.
mine was 20.
Your initiative
His was
My
20.
initiative was 14.
Okay.
His is 14.
My stealth was 18.
Oh. And what was your initiative?
6.
Ooh, a big fat 6.
Okay.
Nice. There you go.
With the modifier, yeah.
I don't know why I put you first.
Did you use your dice?
It went somewhere.
It probably went under the couch, just like Suya's did.
Oh, god damn it. That was
Time to look.
Alright.
Move your foot cannon.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Thank you. Alrighty.
Are you like Kaminari?
That's how I feel at this point.
I don't know, else is falling up to 6.
Alrighty.
I'm bringing up the rear again.
Alright.
It's my specialty.
So, first goblin here.
Good thing they can't see me.
Oh, sorry. Memphis, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Alrighty. So what
You guys
I'm
can run.
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ready the daggers. I'm going to hold my action. I don't know if you want it just to be the one strike or if I'm allowed to do the two. It's going to be your call, but whichever, that's fine.
Well, you've been doing dual strikes so
The
far.
dual
so-
strike, alright. So I'm going to hold my dual strike until one of the goblins gets within range for me to do a sneak attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to hold my action because I don't want to like jump out right away and fuck things up. I'm just going to wait.
Alright.
So that'll be what I do. And I'm staying behind the tree that I'm at right now.
See, it's your turn.
Okay, so I don't know if I should wait or just kill.
I mean, you're stealth.
Yeah, so I'll do extra damage. If assuming it hits. Yeah, at this point I'll have to anyways. Can't be inside for too long. I use my crossbow, my hand crossbow,
Okay.
to shoot This goblin right
Goblin
Goblin
3.
3. Okay.
So
Well, they'll notice you after this.
yeah, but
But then they can drop the goblins over there, and if they get close enough, I can take out one.
pretty much that's the
Yeah, there you go.
17.
17 plus 5. No wait,
Hmm?
it's a crossbow, so plus 2 is 19.
19.
And then I roll a 1d6, and then stealth is another.
For I think rogues are the ones that are able to.
It's a class feat. Since I'm a rogue, I get to
So sneak is just I just.
Yeah, you just roll.
Yeah, you just roll.
You get
I think-
surprise, I think.
I think you get a
right?
Yeah, you do get a surprise roll.
Yeah.
Surprise reroll?
Surprise
Surprise
attack.
roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
basically.
what would you roll for surprise attack?
You know what? I had looked that up before. I'm not too sure. Surprise attack. An extra 2d6 damage from the attack.
So okay, so I roll 2.
An extra 2d6. Yeah.
So you roll technically 3d6
Oh yeah, extra 2.
because you have the 1d6 from your crossbow and then an additional 2d6.
So roll 2 more d6
So
dice.
here's your so you technically roll 3d6.
No, this is French,
Yeah?
so that's just 1 2d6, right? So he's rolling 2.
Yeah, I'm only
So
2.
just 2d.
Yeah.
Oh, just
Oh,
2d6.
give it
Okay,
back.
there you go.
Take it back.
5.
Any additional modifiers on that one or no?
No, it's just
I
damage.
think that's just attack.
It's just
We don't do
damage.
modifiers.
Well, I didn't know.
So-
but-
That's
Iron
the
crossbow
damage.
just lunges up and it hits straight into the goblin's chest and
Okay.
Well,
he's still
they know you
pretty
now.
pissed off. Now they know you're here.
Yeah.
You are no longer stealth.
3 is going to come at you. Well,
Alright, so not quite in my range yet, but I'm keeping track of who we try to get in my range.
and he's going to swipe with Scimitar. 12. It's an armor class, so he takes a good swing at you, but misses once again. These goblins have very little hand-eye coordination,
Very little hand-eye coordination.
Okay.
and he's going to kind of take a step back with the sword. After that, G2 is going to come around, and since currently Sweet is the only one that's
Visible.
visible, he's going to try and flank him on this side.
Well,
Oh.
since he's right in front of me, I get my attack though, right?
Because you've been holding it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm holding my attack, yeah. Alright, cool.
Could
So,
do that. That's cool.
yeah.
Holding attack.
Yeah, I'm holding. I wanted to hold it because it could go. I just gotta roll for the attack.
Right.
And natural 19 plus
Yes.
4. Alrighty, cool. So that means I gotta do my 1d4 and a 1d6. So
Yeah.
here we go.
Make it good.
Alright, so 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 2 is 9.
9.
Alright.
Nice.
Dagger plunges deep into that goblin, just, and then he kind of like slumps off on the ground.
Oh, that's so cool. That's
So that one died.
so now because I just held my action, I'm technically no longer stealth, right?
Right.
Okay, cool.
Hey, I know you're
Alright, that's
I am
fine.
the only one
That's fine.
stealth right now.
That's just fine. Hey, you know what? It was worth it. That was a sick fucking kill, dude.
Okay, and
There's G1.
G1. Noticing Renfist plunges
Alright.
the dagger deep into his friend there,
Oh, yeah.
charges up at you.
Yark.
I can't do anything though.
Yeah.
There's a tree, I think, in the way.
And he's going to also
Sorry, Charlie.
take a swipe of Scimitar in hand. 15.
Your armor
What's
class.
your armor class?
Hold on, let's see if there's any additional. Is it 8? It's 15 plus what?
So, 17.
My armor class is 17.
So that means it.
Does it
Oh,
hit?
wait, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Wait,
So it's just 15.
Oh, yeah. Armor class 17. He misses.
Alright, so
Whoa!
Whoa.
Wily one there. Whoa.
Whoa now.
Whoa there.
Whoa there.
Armorellis.
Let's see. I guess I was hiding behind this tree.
I mean, you can always spin around the other way if you want to try to hit somebody. Because those are just.
I'd
That's
have to
tree,
come closer
well, it's
anyway.
tree, bushes, but they don't know you're there though.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm saying,
Regardless,
they don't know you're there.
I'd have to come closer
Yeah,
regardless.
I guess so.
I'll just try and sneak behind that one and take a swing, I guess. Is that possible?
So she was behind one tree. She's basically like looping around to get G1.
Yeah, because I was kind of like on that one, I guess.
Yes. I'll allow that.
Cool. All of it.
Now, it won't be a surprise or anything because they're very much aware that people are here.
That's fine. That's fine.
9.
9 plus.
Plus what?
Your your attack. For which one?
Strength.
Strength is 0, so 9.
Nice.
You're like, haha!
Why do I bother?
It's okay.
You're just gonna stay behind the tree next time.
The goblin kind of looks. Okay.
Who's next? I said now we're top initiative.
To Renfus again.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Because you rolled top initiative.
That's right. I did roll top
Oh.
initiative. So G1 knows that I'm there. I'm doing my dual strikes.
Go for it.
And
Because we're both there.
I'm gonna go around the head and try to kill that motherfucker as well. So natural 18 plus 4.
Hits.
Alrighty. Yep.
Don't. Why are you checking?
I know what
I
you're
just want to
checking
make
with
sure.
me.
I just like making sure. Alright, 3 plus 4, that's 7 on the first attack. 7 points of damage. 7 is my magic number. And then for a second attack. Oh yeah, that hits. 13 plus 4 is 17.
So.
Slip. And then I just pull it out. I want to use a bonus action just to spin the daggers. Like, yes, let's go. Damn.
Very fancy, sir. Very fancy.
Yes. I want to look over to Sui and be all, I hope we got this. I don't want to be cocky, but I hope we got this.
See, it is yours, sir.
Ooh, I'll attack the G3. That's 16 hits, I believe.
I think 16. He rolled 16.
16 hits.
Alrighty, let's
Great
go.
sword. 2d6. That's 9.
Ooh.
Nice. It's just
Nice.
leave like a good chunk out of the middle of the
He's
chest.
done. He's gone. He's dead swords, my dude.
So that's all of them again.
That's all the goblins. We still have
Well, no,
those
I'm
2
saying the
bigger
ones that
figures.
2 guys who are walking up, shield in hand. They kind of look at the whole massacre. They're looking around.
Wait, are they inside or are they just barely
They're
getting?
coming
They're just
up
kind of
there.
like they were walking through the field. They made it about halfway. They just kind of stopped and watched like their goblins just kind of get slaughtered in the span of like 2 minutes.
Right.
Wait, so they're in front of us then?
Yeah.
So we can go back into sneak mode?
Yeah.
Okay.
They
They saw.
They know people are there.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
so-
These are still goblins,
They
right?
saw
They're just bigger.
They saw everything and did nothing.
Yeah,
They
right.
kind of look at each other. And then you hear this. They both start bellowing, just busting up laughing.
Oh,
They
no.
turn around and just kind of meander back into the fort. And you see one of them just go.
Oh no.
We
And close the door. And that is for later.
No! So they go back into the fort and that's it. Well, fuck. Well, shit. We might be in some shit. We may not be in some shit. But that was fucking wild. Oh my god.
But you survived your first episode.
We survived episode
It was not a
one.
TPK first episode
No,
like
it
we
was
thought it
not.
would be.
See, I went easy on them. It's okay.
With a little help from Chrissy.
KXP?
Oh yeah, right? You got some
Okay, let's
XP?
see here.
What do we got? What do we got?
Do I even get
Math
any?
right. 8, 10.
Do I even get any XP? I didn't kill anything.
You get a participation trophy. That's what you get.
Okay, you know what?
You tried. You get the you tried sticker, basically.
Hey, okay.
I'm gonna use
Fuck
mine
you.
so can have it.
Love you too, man. So how did we enjoy the beginning of our new campaign?
Wait, hold on. Let's give it a round of applause.
Let's give it a hand.
Yeah, let's give it a round. There you go. That's wild.
So we have. What have we learned? Clerics can't fight unless they're war clerics.
Yes,
Okay,
I know.
let's-
I put it on calculator.
Let's just put that out there right now.
I haven't looked this thing up though.
Look what thing up.
XP.
The XP is right here.
No, it's not. It's 1/4 XP. Oh yeah, okay, I can do that. So that's.
Boop, boop, boop.
So the XP you're gonna share now, that's everybody get it?
Wait, no, they didn't do that one.
No, it looks too.
We missed that opportunity and that opportunity. And that one.
This is the one you were on.
So the note that I'm putting right now is larger goblins left and called someone's. So we may be fucked.
Please tell me "so we may be fucked" was part of the notes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Because obviously they called somebody. They're calling other goblins out.
What if they're
Yeah,
calling
I guess.
Ghostbusters?
They're calling Ghostbusters. Yeah.
I can deal with this. We got this.
Although if they're going back, we might. We could have.
They're gonna send them all out there.
Yeah, but the thing is that if they turn
We
their
already
backs,
got rid of 7.
the thing is that they turn their backs. This is what I'm thinking. They turn their backs, right? That could give us some sort of opportunity to try to stealth into the forest again.
Babe, with the rolls we've been having,
Yeah, we've been doing
That's
good.
not a good
We've been
idea.
doing good on our stealth though. Yeah, because we
yes,
can.
but they know we're there.
I
don't
know.
recommend. Well, yeah.
They've basically been watching us.
The thing is that they know people are there, but if those two are going back and they're sending other people, the other goblins won't know what they're looking for.
Okay, I will say.
That's if we're doing the
The
goblins.
math is right. 850 experience.
Who's that?
850 experience.
Oh, for all this?
All of us getting 150?
Even me. What?
So that means we leveled up twice,
Wait, what?
right?
What?
Look at this.
Or,
Yeah.
or I think we're 50 short by level 2.
What
Level
was it?
3.
850?
I don't know where we're at right now.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so you have to expend and then expend again. It's not a full.
What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean?
We're about to find out. Yeah. So there are going to be some ways I feel like we'll be able to handle this upcoming situation. There always is the idea of there are some angry townsfolk that do want to kill these fuckers. Not
They
that I
have
want.
to walk.
Not that I
over
want
here.
to lead them back to town, but if we're like,
It would take a day.
if we pull a Jack Sparrow and we have like 20 goblins chasing us, we're like, fucking get them!
Yeah, but babe, this tower was like a day's walk. We gonna
Just
leave.
keep running.
We gonna leave these goblins for a day?
Oh,
You
we'll-
think
we'll
they're
do
not
it.
gonna figure it
No,
out?
I know we're not. we gotta figure this out.
I think they're not gonna figure out what we'd be doing at that point.
I feel like what our next move is going to be. We got to see what's coming at us. If we have an opportunity to stealth, we can try to, because maybe they can lose our trail. Because if they do, that gives us a chance to regroup a little bit and figure out how we want to attack. Because then we'll at least have an opportunity to see what's coming after us. What we'll be dealing with.
Too bad you don't have Misty Step.
I wish I did. But no, there's some things that might be what I suggest the next time when we play
When we
next.
reconvene.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're not completely fucked yet.
Yet.
Key operative word is yet.
Yet.
I still have my 1,000 ball bearings. It's pretty great.
You didn't even need to use them.
I was trying to think about using them at one point.
That's
but
the wild part. You didn't even need to use them.
Yeah. Although what I can do is if we decide to like.
So you level up to level 2.
Level 2!
Wait, we all do, or just him?
No, we all.
We all level up to level 2.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I can join the party. The participation trophy paid off.
Level fucking 2.
And you have a remainder of 550 experience points.
Okay.
Oh, that's a work.
So we need 550 more XP. Holy shit. So does that mean we get to roll for HP then?
Yep.
Oh shit.
How does this work?
You roll for HP.
Depending on your
No, I mean,
class.
like, what do you roll?
Depending on your race and class, right?
There's your hit dice.
I don't know.
Yeah, based on
And your
class.
and your constitution.
And your constitution.
What does this mean?
So for Amarellis, you're gonna roll a D8 plus your Constitution. Suya is a D10 plus Constitution, and Greg is a D6 plus Constitution.
D6 plus Constitution.
Ten.
It's one. It's
Which
one of the
one?
one of these things.
Which one?
All right. All right. So I'm gonna roll. Ooh.
I'm gonna try the table because
Alrighty.
that paper does not help
Damn
out.
it. 4 plus
Plus
3,
Constitution?
So that's 7.
Alrighty.
So I got 6.
I got 5. So 18 plus 5 is
23?
23. So my remaining HP. So, Kanan, real quick.
Yep.
So my remaining HP on level 1 was 13. Do I add the 5 to my remaining HP, or am I still down at 13?
I'm gonna say because they went back inside, you guys are like, well, fuck, we're gonna have to think about this. You're kind of like
The battle's over.
a short rest, so your HP's gonna go back to
Where it was.
where it was.
So
add it to your maximum.
So I would have. So if I had 13 before the rest,
What was it?
do I? So are we gonna roll hit dice to get our HP back up then if we're doing a short rest, or are we just gonna go back up 5 since we leveled up?
And just go. Yeah, just max out your HP
And add.
and add your new roll to it.
Okay. All right. So basically, we
So
all
what's the
have.
max?
So basically, at this point, we all have max HP
Yeah.
for the start of the next session. Oh, perfect. Cool.
Because we're taking a short rest. Basically.
Yeah.
Because I guess this is like kind of cursing.
Nice. Dude, it's first time leveling up in a tabletop. That's sick. I get to look at all the things that a rogue has at level 2.
Yeah.
Let's see, what does a rogue get at level 2? Let's find out, shall we? This is really interesting for people who are like, okay, I'm done. Right.
They've already clicked away.
They've already clicked away, they're done. Classes.
It's bedtime.
Yeah, basically. Well, yeah, dude, it's 5
Well,
a.m.
even for them, they'd be like, it's bedtime.
Yeah, basically.
By that, I mean, like, they're done.
Yeah, right.
Time
Perfect.
to go find something else on Twitch.
Yeah, right, absolutely. That's pretty cool.
Alright, so.
Those are wizards, I'm way too far.
Who wants to be a wizard?
Wizard!
Oh, I was telling Suya, that if you guys are interested in multi-classing, that's totally open. The way that it works is if you want a multi-class, you just pick the class that you want, and you roll the stats for the
Nice.
you roll the stats for that new class. So, like, say Suya wanted to become a wizard
Right.
part-time. He would
Part-time
on his next level, he would use the level increments of a level 1 wizard.
Would you have to be a certain level to
Wait, I don't get
do
it. So
that?
you need-
Oh, I'm a wizard, so a fighter. Want to do that?
No, you're both.
You're both, yeah. So,
You can swing a sword and you can use a
Use
sword.
channel divinity.
so my level 2 action is cunning action, which means starting at level 2, your quick thinking and agility allow you to move and act quickly. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can be used only to take the dash, disengage, or hide actions. So I can use a bonus action now to disengage if an enemy's next to me. That's fucking cool. And then I also yeah, proficiency is still +2. So okay, so right here where it says proficiency bonus +2. So it's just it just remains the +2, and it's not till certain places there's +3. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. Nice, level 2. That's cool. That's awesome. Nice. Oh, sweet.
So now you guys know why it takes people a long ass time to get to
Level 20. Yeah.
I killed like 20 goblins.
Like, dude, you threw a lot of we killed a lot of fucking enemies, so that was cool. So.
It's more like you guys did, and I just kind of watched.
Well, we're kind of a collective party, so.
You can try to do something pretty cool.
That was
So
fun.
you did try to do some pretty cool shit.
You
I
did.
mean, Greg was gonna die the first fucking.
I was almost died at the beginning, but look at me
So
now.
you did play a big part in it.
Oh yeah, you kept me alive, dude.
I was like,
That's
I roll
awesome.
and like, fuck, that's a 20. Fuck, that's max damage.
God damn it, that's wild.
That'd be
So alrighty, dude. So that's it. So that was episode one of the Homebrewers, the Dark Horse Rumble campaign, dude. This is fucking sick. I cannot wait to do this again. I wish I could say when the next episode is gonna be. We're gonna figure that out. But we're gonna play this.
Tomorrow,
We
12
don't
PM.
know.
Yeah, tomorrow 12 p.m. There you go. That
We're
was
gonna
a lot.
play before they go home.
Yeah, right. That was dude. I want to know what the fuck's going on with that damn tower. Who's coming out? But anyway. So thank you guys so much for watching and enjoying. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to check out more stuff, we're gonna start live streaming this on Twitch when we just stay tuned on the channel. We'll let you know when we'll be doing a regular schedule for Homebrewers. But until then, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will catch you guys next time. So until then, see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this very first episode of the Homebrewers. We really hope that you guys enjoyed this. We have been working on this for a very long time, and all of us at the end of recording this session thoroughly enjoyed how it turned out. So thank you guys so much. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, please go ahead and give us a like on the video. Go ahead and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you can get up-to-date notifications for every time we are going to stream the Homebrewers. Now, we will be coming back in November. There will be a notification update video letting you know what date in November we will be live streaming the second episode of the Homebrewers, but we will be back in November. We really hope you guys enjoyed. Please let us know down in those comments down below if you guys enjoyed and what you guys enjoyed the most. So, until then, we will catch you guys next month for episode 2 of the Homebrewers, but don't go away as we will be catching you guys next Friday for a brand new episode of Hardest Reset. Until then, we'll catch you guys next week.